de aba ni nyina no ye behwe ne di ho nkomo ewo dwumadie no so de amount solo enene ode bewura mo no ne nkofon cross ne nsem ewo ho no de agu ho de amaye solo akwaba se bibia bokode
boss nyame adu bibia
okay all right enti ene wabo Portugal jesi Portugal boda bay
Portugal bo nyame ya adumu a mehweme yinima DR Congo 17th adana Ghana ye boy first game na Wednesday
and Portugal
Portugal ni DR Congo bo enumere 5 omo game no sada no omo game no etoso miensa
third game
yes o sha se free ahomache Ghana ha de eno etoso miensa na esa ahomache but to Mexico dia enye me third game that day because eno Mexico be kwa anajo na abaye ha ahomache
okay
anti 17th no
okay
Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan, Portugal, DR Congo, England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama 17th, which is Wednesday. Nti ahomache Wednesday babi sinanajo 5 games. Na me aduma ukuada.
Nti yebedi World Cup no enkomo enra another host nation. Canada. Omo ebo omo first game omo ne Serbia ena di esiani omo ne Bosnia and Herzegovina ena edi siani game ne ba na wiye na obia hye nko eka baako solo ede honsem ebetudwa ewo dwumadie so so ena ahomachi the United States of America omo so eye host nation omo ene Paraguay ena di esiani na US modern bono na esewani ense wo ka kire tu se emrantie no ani abrepa yi Balogum no se Arsenal for aton no
da
amaton no
yeah
okay enra matching ona na ye star of the game
yes
the modern bona enya asem kito US ehye Paraguay e kanan emomo atimu ebaako ene games ne beto aso ewo eye FIFA World Cup 2026 Qatar and Switzerland edi ACN exactly 7 p.m. Afe about 10 p.m. Brazil almost any Morocco at the ACN Qatar and Switzerland 7 p.m. Now afe 10 p.m. Brazil any Morocco game no and also basu nyame admo na games no ebi ebekoso FIFA World Cup in Haiti omone Scotland and the ACN Australia and Turkey and Turkey and ebo Germany and Curacao and the BCN afe Netherlands and Japan sa game we ubia penny na onko hwesa game ni bi Netherlands and Japan and no ebekoso 8 p.m. solo a game enye game kitwa sema catch say tournament no oma mbetimi afiri akire and the young count to as favorites bombetimi afiri akire no ma be shock amanfo no Japan ka ho
okay
yes Japan ka ho nti montronto na omuwia 11 p.m. another big game country back so a solo SME ani kom ho pa Ecuador
yeah
Moises Casidos Ecuador Hinkapi ena afi abranti and de Pacho awusina kind ma PSG omunyina ewo Ecuador omune Ivory Coast and ase Cote d'Ivoire ena di ABC ni games ahodo aka ewo World Cup no munyina no solo atenase a ode honsem ebetu edwa enra after the game no ade coaches players ahodo edensem atudwa Mauricio Pochettino coach edema US national team no wakasa edi afomu first game a enra omo ene Bosnia edi esiani afei muwa England camper Jude Bellingham o say ono sese no why ready
yeah
why ready for the World Cup
yeah
and Bukayo Saka susu no edi na to Bukayo Saka ni nyina no solo edi honsem edi ebetudwa ene anopai Neymar so was the NSC
Neymar still on returning to training.
Wow.
Inti news na banane say likely say Brazil group stage games no bia no amese training na. Because enable first game on bad training. Omunim class e bi ochina echi anase na de chin bitimi a training a. Eba ne sa na second game no so bia no be miss inti no eno ye the free Brazil so camp eba. Okay. In the mom. Yeah. Eti
Neymar any Brazil sensem ni nyina de betudwa ene anopai ewo dwumadi no eso Portugal so mo so makodu USA.
Yeah.
Na Cristiano Ronaldo or say we are this World Cup with a lot of hope and excitement.
Yeah.
So omo ba World Cup we were brand da so ene enigye ewo Portugal national team ne emu say World Cup de Ronaldo so je enye hwe
say
enti we wa enye hwe anabwa
ono ane kan
oje susu enye hwe
o say tournament about 6 matches 7 matches no aje de untimi
enti oje a enye hwe ena wanye so enye hwe enti Cristiano Ronaldo so akasa enra nwumre asem kese ba ko asa pie e de free World Cup ni mu Ghana branch and de Thomas Tepate na enra ebeto dwa ye de tudwa highway sports ni so se Canada ban ama Thomas Partey kwan amana ntimi anko Canada nti Ghana yem first game aye ne Panama edi ebesie ni no Thomas Partey ntimi kosia kan be no na Ghana yem sports minister Ura Kofi Idi Adams edi nsem bebre atudwa edi afa ho o se abana stati omutu anamo wa bro ne kana kama omo enuanom omo Canada edi nkomo so mbema Thomas Partey akwanya na watimi akogina game na Ura eye Englander Jeme Carragher a former player at the Liverpool atutubi at the Canada abano any FIFA efa Thomas Partey semi players bibia kasa ti Henry omunyina do mo ano ato Thomas Partey nei Ghana any Panama game no ontimi enkobo bi no ne nyina no ho ensem wo ha no pai yebedi ho enkomonti wei ene ensem ne kakra ka ho na solo aboabo no de be fram no ne aba ensem ya yebedi ho nkomo anase solo edi fram no ne ebei fa messages ebra e wo 0241915555 0241915555 ye wiama no ne nsem a yebebe fie na afi ya bedi enkomo so e wo fie ensem ne bi e wo fie Black Stars of Ghana omo e wo United States of America still enche omo do mani ebe kire Canada na afi Ghana yin game a ne Panama ebo no yetimi ede akwakọ hihye so ewo ho ene ye behwese ede ani be kire Blasters camp na sulu yakodidi enkomo ewo ho panyifo bebre so person do ma no eto Thomas Partey ensensem no mu intine on the show ye ne dudu na ebedi enkomo ama bibia akoso kama solo say ahoma na ndi ehwama on say time no ena ya na eyi problem ese wo hwe eye Ghana time na wo hwe Canada time a what's the difference no esopa
emuwa
tese kura na afi na bibiri na no ache omo ato omo mpaso
Canada
omo do omo na betare omo wo ho omo okay we dey mama fancy wo
ese ebenyo obi o Canada pa je se de okoje na ni anajo a onyanda
enyoma tumi tutum because washa me boss so be man the phone no are you closer to him
okay
ye ne an immigration lawyer ewo Canada
okay
we didn't come on the show
sure
na wachirichiri yimu
okay
die nti a Canada ban etimi si obi kwan se Thomas Partey etimi si ni kwan se ye wo charges a ye abo Thomas Partey ye ni na asem but ye wo charges a ye abo na ye ni na asem no die na Canada ban gina so a enti omo se Thomas Partey ontimi emma Canada emesia kan emfama the Blasters of Ghana
but so say me kra me wan pa o
eyo
yes because according to Mrano obi a ya convict no of a crime so te senka Partey ya bonu kwadu o court no na china Partey court na judges for no ese no kre kwadu na de abo no bonifo sem no die nti ebia sentence say dia sankrofo no according to Mrano any kwan say ye mo visa mo ra Canada but Partey de ne de obi ani ho a wa find guilty o charges na ye de ato ne so no gina court a o yi ne ho ano ene wa plead not guilty to charges a ye de ato ne so no ti obi o gina court na ye say man visa de anese ase enkrofo no mu bu na ten kra dada ansa kra na the final judgment of the case no ababo ntinti so surprising but say boss mixed feeling no bi gidi is Partey amo Panama game ni bi ebebo Ghana o sa view ni bi ana okay e bi gidi is wa mo bi ebebo abadodo na so feel say Partey ni midfield ni mu a the caliber of midfielders e dey akono obi anu o te say Thomas Partey nti ebe high pa
but no kra ewo mu ne se Thomas Partey solo unse enche and a former coach at the Villarreal Marcelino de betu dwa se Partey no omo nhyeda ehunu ni yi na enyoma ya Thomas Partey nti o he Ghana so recently games ayabo a hu se Partey onne ne ho kra nti ensem ne ha no na on se ehun se bebri na wo ho se yentimi ani first ne kodi second ana se 18 se be form e wa bro modi 10 ne ko ka ho a unse be sa ko bo games na ka stay be bo be 2 e wa Canada the Chelsea qualify from your group no e wa bra ye di second ana se 8 teams e be form as best third place teams no ye ko ka ho bia ye wo the round of 32 the round of 16 ai games nyina no ye beti akobo e wo Canada ni nyina no Thomas Partey intimi emobi amafo bebre na church omadwene anopai nipa bebre afrefre amonsem mo kan se kebeya anka Thomas Partey anka yemane ntena nchen kakra World Cup no kura na ke nyini ntena nchen na afei ne nsensem a nei okun ewo court no Thomas Partey intimi enya concentration emfanko sansem no ho enti ni nyina so ewa ha solo ebetimi edi ho nkomo wo so baabi a wo wadwene ye wo sei wadwene wo sei
the government of Ghana through the Foreign Affairs Ministry has written to Global Affairs Canada to create an avenue for a review of the decision before the Black Stars match on Wednesday.
Omochro ne daben
enra anajo
daben na Thomas Partey o course o kopre Canada visa ya mfama no
eno de min to min kire onze news ne ba ye ne
menye sure say Partey ye refuse no Canadian visa no time team ni bedu US
there be eno de minim
so unim sa
they are players they apply for more visas cra way before and sakra na
travel
arrangement no
said the nim se visa je ehun sensem city no na che Thomas Partey ye refuse na che by a manage story no and then they abeduru ha na okay about 2 or 3 days ago and Central Fokubusa sports minister Ura Kofi Adams okay Adam catch you say Nsem na wo ka no onyia no ono a won kan no and ono on kan yes
o say en kan kire no ba bibi sa o wan ya bona man
ugina ha onwu se onfa na nansi left and onfa na nansi right to aba na nanim left no ejina ha and right no ejina ha and onwu se wutu ne nan nti ebrebe na Thomas Partey the Canadian embassy yes Partey entimi enko Canada na se onya visa enka Blasters no enkusia kan o World Cup mi emfa emma the Blasters of Ghana and also so very important afi FIFA so oju omo de FIFA Federation of International Football Association ura Infantino ene ne dom omo so amanfa keka omo adwena kire omo pa se omo akoton omo tumi de ama USA and Canada and afi Mexico kwa do mo se ye ba Canada and USA
share immigration issue
FIFA akoton ne fa hodie de ama omo na omo kai said the last World Cup course so e Qatar no eno am say na wo kra wo example say foreign countries ni bi share say ensapa de say Qatar focus o ma brand as ya the problem ba eno kan ho bi e ma Qatar for e ko create bus e wo Doha ene nkura wodo tournament ne course titiri ba na England for a campaign ma amanfo nya bi twitwae ma omotena Qatar ma asumdwe e bae ka Qatar so de ka yenim se eyomaya ensasem de yemfa enko nemum omokwaji FIFA World Cup tisolo FIFA ya ma Qatar agitum etonsa timiamfo busa se Qatar de omuntimi enteki decision anasa ho de aban ni wo mahyehyɛ omumra FIFA say edum bebi kwa no mo threaten Qatar for no so man hwe krom be World Cup no e de free
FIFA defense ne say sa Qatar issue na nye immigration sensem omu defense aro no omu say Qatar issue ni different ba we immigration laws omu intimi enko kan bi ma amamai no omu say crew bia ni immigration mra eno de FIFA ni ho kwan so ko chiri kuro bi say fadi pass mesi bra na say emfani pass mesi so ma
ati ye do mase why danger man akwa ba bibia bokode
boss
enyoma ekoso kama
yekokrem ade chi na se nyame ya wadom upagya won sa na upagya won na apagya odi afi dia aka de e wo no
eburu afi o bafo eburu afi eye mfie be wo ha na yakopɔ de aka wo mfie
yes
because you will nipa bebre a bafo ni titumpa so ade be kye ebia ne ma ne yere mpo nyane na ye be pre na ye problem nti ade nya kyew na ketrema da so da bodwem mojadi afusane a na odi aseda amanyame wi aseda bia me kase de hia e wa abrabo mu eye nkwa tina panyifo so wo nkwa wo ade nyina nti da ne da no srenyame se oma nkwa but nkwa na yese ye nkwa ahodi wom
so se ye nkwa
anye nkwa bebre se amani hunu ene yare ene wom eno de enye
na ye yuhudi kakra yuhudi kakra we ne go no fanom na esade da bi
onye tuni bo se nkwa ne hia ewo wabrabo mu mempepre wo ho ewo riase japadim
the great professor Kofi Abraham the great and I know
prof
the great professor the great he's a super legend, not an ordinary legend. Once you are legends you will classifications we know we are super legend, multi legend
nti ade chenwa
yes
na upeja uti na hu se wiase ni a sa moment ni mun sensem nyina no tokune na da nyame ase se wama adepa a chen
on say
eso mbuche bibia
Bible mu there's a scripture me paraphrase because me nyana but or say the evil of the day is enough for the day to sorry the what then mu no now there o na mu because man you ochina ho man ade china ho man de ebesi nim because edana mu
na nakwadwo jamfi e wo United States
my
of
good
America.
friend nakwadwo jamfi
yes because I say eye of asumani
of asumani mo
yes
okay nana me da say onu say another super legend yes of kwadwo me da say na wo da bia wo say e bekasa ba me nti won kan nana say enye fair
wo say da bia mele
wo ya wo say e bekasa wo ya wo say e bekasa ba me nti nka
na friend
the number no na I think I will have to check if I still have it. But nana Mr. say wo me dey na wo dey obo me high kwa na say fa number no fa striker so na me sanka me fro adaroma minua no e dan ya minua no dey asibia minua no
hey danger man skills
oh bijudi
danger man danger
I need to come how
unim Ghana hatna
I say yeah
danger nie
e say and say yes skills bi na me tua me DSTV
oh danger
nukran
ga we dey radio so ko ho
nukran makachiro
we dey radio so
nda makachiro wi
meso
o say o pass makachiro nyame a danger o makachiro mfama we am jabo say we bi dane we ya hu wie nye ka me share we chiwa ben so yes skills na po anu okọ
yes you no me bi ma wa boso me so ana obetua na mfimfin say dey ala ntua ba ya dey sa anka ebo acha bi a first second third
and let's date and the date 13th
buka bu say
ye nyina ya busumi adwuma ye
ebi sa me dey ni channel hu pa o
ye nyina busumi
me ye list mistake so e channel pa bedum
okay eti bafo enensem wa ha aye bi di mo enkomo
me ti say we ni
enra asumi so akofa story bi aba bafo wo akofa bai akofa story bi aba because ku social media gugu bebre
generate a lot of conversation
my day muslimo me kofa asem bi amayo menzo maka no hasem
ana anka bi
say me so I dey
okay enko yen mai
ochina meeting no na important
ochina meeting
ochina serious powerful meeting
ochina kwasi adawo
ochina kwasi serious powerful meeting
na kwasi adawo ho na kwa meeting
hey some of the players are reporting if you can about if obi everybody
ochina
hey
ochina kwasi
if man if you call say na me hwe on ochina meeting is powerful ochina kotoko player bia the sporting director and the coach
director of football
and the coach everybody must present
coach
Yes.
Coach Naba.
What are you doing? Say the exclusive you give one year.
Danger, sure.
Coach Naba.
A meeting, meeting is going to be very, very powerful.
But say me say Oma announce coach before meeting now. How many players in new meeting? Not players maybe leak information.
Moya sure say coach biaba.
Me the minimum coach.
Danger na see coach no meeting.
Okay.
And the meeting. A coach must be present.
Okay.
But with the director of football.
Say wait me a friend is Zoom coach
I made the minimum. Okay.
Coach
every protocol player is meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
That every day Sunday and they will be intimate challenges and no crap.
Ona woka.
Exclusive. And the sign breaking.
Danger.
I was breaking.
And the World Cup matches now clash.
WWE omunyo meeting.
Oh, there is Anopa.
That's it. Do see china meeting or
a china meeting powerful.
Okay, that's it.
Powerful meeting. Powerful meeting because a meeting that
Ebeko so way.
Venue yet to be disclosed and for a good reason.
But players no way away.
Me see bi no fin kampo bedu enra bi bande china nya dia omoba.
Na they
You
want
have to
to
come. What what jai team no? What jai?
Victorious Collins was said the director of football is going to meet all the players who still have contract with the club.
Indeed.
And no Victorious Collins.
And then they say me
they are they aba no.
And ameboa.
Ye be he.
Enti baso. Meeting ne be baso. Na meeting no boss de me de maso toto fom kakra metiti ni bi nie
Enyomo mbedi hu nkomo
eno mbedi hu nkomo
ba so ni za ka 7 days more na chairman solution meeting ne baso
eno so e be baso
na board for nboko
so de offer wo pa wo ma
na one de be kwa represent players na as captain
sisi team ni captain kotoko no the structure has been broken no enti the chairman meeting is important no.
Okay.
So the entire family.
But said deputy captains ni be around. Samba will know free or no 2 other deputies. And now we nyina so call.
Enye ne kono but captainship moving into next season best sakakra.
And they may away.
Captainship moving into next season. And don't be surprised say eh
but say go by the old captains we know.
Obi akọ represent players no. Na the obakọ representing no also be surprised say eh bia moving forward na bia na
on the back
wabeka ho anaso wabeye.
Okay.
Won say ye keka kan nyina no. Ukoya asem no kana say ehwo chia kito bia na nkofo bedu atam saa. Ba no masisi am atam didi na me ho age. Me what skin udi matam am.
Atam didi na no e.
Oh, ene me ho age me me ho age.
Na no head of sports e omo so pa na papa.
Ene no ma ono oye radio adwuma sa atam didi kuri pa. Sa me be bia. Kan say ki ya atam didi.
Pole we na adechi e ko ne ma me ho ne ni ko di nkomo. The interview no me na nam ginam na e ko to social media. Na dane de me fa bi o.
I will say yes. I'll be the town. No ma.
Easy. Oh, they be saying they can juma no.
Occupational hazard.
Yeah, occupational hazard ni bi no. And it's all about juma.
I could be sending me message on Facebook. I know minim say we no nya me na no san ohun say me mo on Facebook no san de ba me DM. I know say. Oni ba bia me tie. Na me de obi hwe de
obabu ana.
So be kumi o. So be kumi o. So be de na me be rem ho no. Me share mo ho wutisi ho no asem beto. Wutem tia me share mo asem beto. Tiro pa de bra.
Danger no but one way before I said that omoma to Michelle na de ombe no my
na wa bodyguard
enti enkomo bebre wa ha ai bedi ene ewudwumedi so enra Aduana Stars finally a confirm a coach Samobodu
yes
as their head coach yes and so we show ho sensem akwa Aduana na yakwa akohwe dientia ema Aduana Stars Samobodu as omo head coach.
Boss no confirm 3 years no no confirm no
nisika
3000
o sesi kan de coach ne club ne ntem
na
onim say
foreign Ghana ha ye ka omo a enkofo ji omo di e ba foreign discussion analysis ni mu nsem a wo ye obi a enkofo ji odi pa Ghana ha onye kuma senko a na wo kan wotimi kan na maru no ko fence Madrid ɛna obenya sei ɛna sɛ ɔmo hu musuo kwa kɔ yi na di ano so sɛ na obenya ɛdu Ghana for de ne yɛkɔ ka mo sei
na sɛ wo so yɛ nsɛntwerɛ ne ti sɛ ɔmo de ba abɔnten na nti wo ka 3000 amanfoɔ so ɔmo gye den German di no ɔmo fa ana me boa nti we a special request from Osajefo Nanaji Mambedu the second ono ana making sure say coach Samobodu ezo coachi Aduana Stars season ya enche na ye ba bewrami edru stage bi kura no okofre house board chairman Togwe ma ono so busebusa Samuel board ho sakaka nti na Adam management members nkomo fu se bia committee akọ direction fufuro even though never local coaches they are no target board
yes
but no munya ke bi o metra ma no ne biem asa ahwe ba
boss bacho o ka omo handle board no
bacho debi
na wonim bi de
me bacho debi
me wo message di ma wo mo
yate ye ba e be ma de sa message no e de atu
ba ko ye madam for me friend na won fa
enti Aduana Stars afa coach Samobodu as their head coach and so no ye bedi ho enkomo other clubs mun sensem na watwi mu na wote se positive omo hyase omo any coach any players ahodo edi enkomo abrantie a osina academy asante kotokwa ne dia di Emmanuel entwi oban eye ochena meeting bi
ti se me check bi un se entwi mi an be story ne se positive for any abre edi na chipa and positive for no ombe wura kuma se asante kotokwa ombe wura has ombe wura teams ni mu kakra se be are fine enti entwi do any there I cannot confirm or deny but minim say the meeting those that ti say the Minia Victoria Collins dey by no omo mbebo ball no makotoko next season and na asem for person omo hwe wo mo no won say IMC no age report and the report speaks about every player and normal bebre ni ball go pamano so ni suni ni ba o de betena akotoko ni sikasem the contract aka any all those things no ni nyina no be the director of football no a fair idea as to who stays, who goes. Obu okrampo IMC may have recommended the second year man enko, but if they want to, if they would have started pre-season in idea. If you also so IMC now recommended someone campaign and number 2 is any no. Ye man udi man enko. Obu also one people decided say on to asubim. Ye we say bit more convincing and answer okay. So on to us on the onko. All these things normal, but only independent kasa. Oh man a fair opportunity. Na bia say nsem bi o ha ya ka dia fa ne ho na say me person use the way they ato no so but I think for want of better word no e bia they ato no so no na wono so say wo nchechire mu bi wo anu ye bia na odi aba then it will be factored into the final decision that I will be taking. Tina make us a meeting here very crucial no.
Okay, enti ensem we ne dia ka na e dia betena se anopai a weekend edition of today's sports I dey Ebremo solo ede ekwamono ne nafi ensem ewa amono ne solo ede eguo ede amaye kai se dwumadie no ekoso o message so betin dia 0241915555 0241915555 ye ko enkofo nkuro so na afi solo ede ensem ewo ho nyina no eguo ede amaye visa panwum bie na faji solo tata kopem se obewi eye na mano ne ensem ni nyina nti den na ode masolo akwaba anaso ode gene tata amasolo ede amano ne ensem no aba.
Nti yede enkrofo enkroso ensem emamo enne anopay ewo dwumadie no eso weekend edition of today's post and SMP and eba joining our Facebook page no eso Oyerepa radio Oyerepa TV Ghana o messages yebeje ewo ho na ya kenkan ede ama wa bra show no eguso a ekoso FIFA World Cup matches enra mienu ena etodwa na yeba na yabedi games no ho enkomo games ahodo a eba so ene ekopim ochena anwumre no ni nyina eho ensem ewa ha yeba na yabedi ni nyina eho enkomo wa bra ye hwe team news ye be coaches no reaction we no pre match reactions are coaches ede etodwa players ensem a womu eka ahead of games eba so enra matches etodwa no ensem ben ena coaches any players ede etodwa ewo sa games no emuni nyina eho ensem ewa ha ye di eho nkomo ene anopai ewo dwumadie no eso na enra group B game bako etodwa Canada any Bosnia Herzegovina ena ede etatai so game no ende 1-1 na abrantia nidi ede Jovo Lukic ono enenya the first goal Edema Bosnia ewo first half no 21st minute ena yebewie game no 78th minute adia Kyle Laren enya equalizer no edem Canada game no ende 1-1 ewo sa group B game eno etodwa enram enwumre na ahomachi a ade eche 1 a.m. ena the United States of America host nation womo eche Paraguay eshomu ekanan Paraguay ete ekanom emu bako ewo ho following Balogun ebo brace edema United States of America wabrantia ni din ede Damien Badila wonya on goal ede ka ho ema player one so your friend say Giovanni Reina enya the fourth goal edema United States of America afei Mauricio enya the consolation goal edema omanya ni din ede Paraguay ewo honoma eho ensam no eba ewo dwumadie ne so ene anopai na ohwe games ayabo any standings so far unim say group A nko ena oma complete group na obi a ebo one game ewo ho group B enwa Canada 1 point wanya Bosnia Herzegovina one so anya 1 point ewo group B group D game eno so etodwa no United States of America wamum anya 3 points ewo ho Paraguay any point bia ewo group D eno so de efri ho eba na mamemfa ntodwa ese ne games eba so no ade omanya ne din ade eye Qatar womu ena ebo the first game ewo FIFA World Cup game and so eba so Qatar ebo Switzerland eye 7 o'clock p.m. ena sa game no etodwa game ne baso ewo Levy Stadium eno ewo Santa Clara United States of America Said Martinez wono na be referee obehe amasa game no abaso 10 p.m. Ayadia live commentary ebeba ewo 100.7 Oyerepa FM Brazil any Morocco game no eno so baso na Brazil ni Morocco game no ekosu o Met Live Stadium eno ewo East Rutherford ewo United States of America Slavko Vincent of Slovenia referee FIFA you know eso resa game no eno no ahomache donko adiachi ochina kwesi no Haiti any Scotland mino wamusom ebebo ewo Gillette Stadium Foxborough ewo United States of America Mustafa Gobal the first African referee wanum ebeshe sa game no for Algeria wabra Haiti any Scotland game no ebasom namia dumo ahomache ansakra ena no nine Australia ni take game no eno so atumi atodwa ewo Vancouver BC Place na game no eko ejama Jesus Valenzuela wanusum she amasa game na todwa Germany ni Kurukao game no nyame ya domo a ochena nwumre 5 p.m. ena sa game no eno som baso na unim say Germany omope eye first win ewo NRG Stadium ewo Houston United States of America Jalal Jayed of Morocco wonum abehe sa game no ena fe eye Netherlands ni Japan womu game no eno so aye enumre no nwotwe na Netherlands ni Japan game enumre no nwotwe no mame fantudwa ese ekoso ewo Arlington United States of America AT&T Stadium and a game no ebaso Ismail Efta where United States of America referee no ebeshem sa game no Cote d'Ivoire and Ecuador game no ɛno nso yɛ ɔkyena anwummerɛ after Netherlands deɛ no 11 p.m. na the Ivory Coast wɔn nso ɛne Ecuador game no ɔmo ɛde ataataa so Lincoln Financial Field ɛwɔ Philadelphia, United States of America. Beaya Ghana yɛne Croatia ɛbɛbɔ the final group game ɛwɔ Group L ɛhɔ ɛna Ivory Coast ɔmo ɛne Ecuador wɔn game no ɛkɔ so. Francois Letexi of Free France ɔno ɛbɛhwɛ ama saa game na no nso atumi aba so a wei ɛyɛ by way of the FIFA World Cup games a ɛtɔ dwa ɛne games ɛbaa so ɛnora a yɛde ɛho nsɛm no ɛgyem da ma wo ɛwɔ ɛyɛ dwumadie ne so ɛnɛ anɔpa yi yɛfiri hɔ no yɛwerɛm ɛwɔ nsɛm no mu a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ nsɛm a ɛtɔ dwa wɔabrɛ ɛnora game no ɛnso atumi ɛbaa so ne games a ɛba so ɛnɛ no nsɛm a players ɛne coaches ɛde ɛto dwa ɛfam ɛyɛ game no ɛho Ashraf Hakimi wɔnom ɛyɛ player ɛdima Morocco wɔn national team no na Ashraf Hakimi ahead of Brazil game a ɛnɛ anadwo 10 p.m. ɛbɔ so no Ashraf Hakimi wɔsi focus no ne nyinaa ɛwɔ game no ɛmu na ɔsɛ yɛ one at a time ɔmo ntumi ɛnka sɛ games mmiɛnsa no ɔmo concentrate ɛwɔ ne nyinaa so na sɛsɛ focus no wɔ Brazil wɔn game ne so wɔn ɛyɛ ready ɛsɛ over 44 million Moroccans a wɔn bɛ support ɔmo ɛwɔ Africa no wɔn ɛbɛ make ɔmo prouder ɛno ɛyɛ Ashraf Hakimi ne nsɛm a wɔde ɛto dwa ahead of game ɛno ɛba so against Brazil a ɛho nkɔmɔ no ɛba ɛwɔ ɛyɛ dwumadie ne so ɛnɛ anɔpa yi na ɛnora wɔabra na United States of America wɔn ɛne ɔman a ne din ɛdɛm ɛyɛ Paraguay wɔn game no ɛbɛba so no wonim sɛ Donald J. Trump ɛyɛ president ɛde ma the United States of America before the game ɔfrɛ team no ɛwɔ phone so ɛne ɔmo edi nkɔmɔ na ɔka kyerɛ team no wɔn coach ɛyɛ Mauricio Pochettino ɛne players no ɛsɛ ɔmo yɛ very fantastic na ɔmo nim ɔmo record ɛba sɛ wɔn ɛnkyɔke success ɛwɔ ɛyɛ football games mu na ɛnura before the game ɔka kyerɛ team no ɛsɛ ɔmo yɛ really good na ɔhopi ɛsɛ ɔmo bɛ win the game no na saa phone call no ɛkɔ a long way ɛboa ɛma United States of America wɔn national team ɛnura wɔn nyɛ wɔn first win as host nations yɛbɛtie nkɔmɔ ɛkɔɔ so wɔabra na Mauricio Pochettino wɔne America president Donald Trump edi nkɔmɔ before the game.
How are you? Well, I'm standing in front of 26 champions and a great coach, Coach Pochettino, right now. They're ready to go and run through a wall. So I'm going to give you to Coach Pochettino and the captain. Hi, Mr. President. How are you?
Well, I just called to say you're a fantastic guy, a fantastic coach. I know about your record and your success, and I know how great the players are. I think you've got a really good chance of going all the way.
Thank you so much.
I just want to wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you so much for your support, Mr. President. We are going to do everything to make proud you and all the people here in this country.
Enti Pochettino ɛwɔ nkɔmɔ ni mu ɛna ɔno nso ɛhyɛ Donald Trump bɔ sɛ wɔbɛ make Donald Trump proud ɔne ɛyɛ United States of America wɔn mo citizens nyinaa no bɛ make ɔmo proud wɔ abira na saa nkɔmɔ no nso ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ hɔnom yɛbɛba n'afɛ yɛbɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ opening ceremony ɛno ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ United States of America but yɛn nwɛm ɛwɔ Zlatan Ibrahimovic aso yɛn yɛn di nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ Zlatan ɛnso ɛkam na Zlatan Ibrahimovic before Canada ɛne Bosnia game no ɛna Zlatan di to dwa sɛ wɔnom ɔwɔ Bosnia Herzegovina ɔmo mogya ɛwɔ ne mu na ɔsupporti team no ɔgyidie sɛ first game no wɔn ntumi nwanwani na mmom wɔwɔ agyidie ma pa sɛ wɔn ɛbɛ perform well ɛwɔ tournament ne mu ɛno ɛyɛ Zlatan Ibrahimovic wɔn nso nkɔmɔ a wɔde ɛba ɛfa Bosnia Herzegovina wɔn team no ho Bayern Munich defender Jonathan Tah ɛna ne first ever World Cup a wɔne Germany national team no ɛba bɛbɔ wɔde nkɔmɔ ɛgyafa wɔn game a ɔmo ne Kurisao ɛbɔ nyame yɛ adum a ɔkyerɛ nwumrɛ ɛna saa game no ɛba so na Jonathan Tah wɔsɛ nani ate esa wenye opportunity ebesi akan adiama Germany ewo FIFA World Cup no emu wose World Cup no a big deal tournament untimi emfa ni agro ntini unya kwanya eso ebesi akan World Cup ni ma player ewo se ya ho a edem mama weno Jonathan Ta Ninsama Wadin Tuja Efa Germany Omo national team gamer Wamni Kurisao Ensom Ebabano Alison Becker a goalkeeper Edemon the Brazilian national team or a poor position SM Enanajo Wabe started Yama Brazil ahead of Morocco gamer Etoja now nimsa Alison Becker and Odia Tuja sa Nansenya Nia Uno Liverpool games in Muno Osi Oshada skip Liverpool games. Said Ebeya Obenya match fitness. Said they represented Brazil. Woman and national team no was no idea nina. And it's Obeya ready for the World Cup. And untino catch a coach and day Eddie and his son when you fully fit to and team Liverpool games no. Woman in Tanchan Kakani no. Now your strategy on ebe gaining full fitness. Edem Dama Brazil abra. Woman some Esia Kai World Cup anymore. Alison Becker and Como and no Paul Pogba. Now Siakan at Manchester United. Paul Pogba one so at the World Cup at the French national team. Paul Pogba say Kylian Mbappe the best striker one generation or say Echinye biani ho na Paul Pogba chiremwa o compare numbers o compare statistics any best players are and Crawford so where would you nimbono woke kambomo any history no was say Mbappe eche obia and Mbappe generation free timer oba limelight from Monaco ever premium prem no enya dia player bia enim go share etesem ono Kylian Mbappe wonom ayen Samuel Pogba wadin atuja ewo tumati eni so ene anopa ye dasoa ewo World Cup ne mo mame fan tuja se nche enam ebeto ga se Ivory Coast enya dia omo supporters beto me Ako FIFA World Cup no ya dina omo versus enti Ivory Coast team no womo be come without supporters womo free Ivory Coast e mine mo e bia na Ivory Coast national se bia omo US and Canada and e benya akwanya ako supported team no na eno na jonya dia asemde bae e de ma Senegal mine no Senegal lenso e face similar challenge at Ivory Coast omo supporters no. Yes, Senegal supporter be anywhere. Onya visa. Our the PM. Our United States of America. I can support Omo and national team now. Now say Ivory Coast and Senegal supporters. Enya kwanya and support Omo team wa bra. Wamu suesi akan o FIFA World Cup ni no and come on Epa Neymar Jr. Asem dem eni ne camp ni nyina ne se nyame ya adom ene Brazil eni Morocco ebo Neymar emosa game ni bi opraye na unim sam ebesi ene ya ye kasei enya dia Neymar why training ejama Brazil national team no na se report am a free camp eba echemu Neymar ebi krana na group games Brazil be bono miensa ni nyina no ebia na Neymar entomi ambo amfa ama Brazil because of the fitness issue time ayehwe eso be returning to training no ebia endu ona Brazil knockout stage no eho and likely say Neymar be si akan etem ama Brazil no report a free Brazil camp eba and anopay ewo tumedie ne so na meko wen Rooney na so ye wadin komo eja for the 3 Lions of England omo eho na mame fan to job before say running komo no ebeba no enra England national team womu free Florida akọ Kansas City eho no mbe base na unim say transit omo koye no England FA flight no mu dru Kansas City asem kesiasi players in the boot tournament boss e dia momo player kit any valuable items yes I crowdfund ball round crowdfund in niamamu asesa ni nyina e de free one mama say yes niama ni bebre cry ya no enya dia England national team ni mpanyimfo ebetumi akire eyesa niama no entomu guso ye hwehwebu na o ma hwe niama pote dodo a eno so ya e de free mo camp America crowdfund no Masa Oma Chase England camp lutu omwa eno na ya brana England free Florida ko Kansas no ma ko to amboabo ne so honoma eno enkoma no aba ewo eye tumade ne so ene anopa we Rooney was it Thomas Tuchel wa prioritizing cohesion and togetherness ewo England wɔn national team camp ɔsi adeɛ na Thomas Tuchel ɛyɛ no nkabɔ mu pa wɔde ɛwura ɛyɛ national team camp na yɛ adeɛ bɛboa ama England nneɛma kɔyie ɛde amoamu a wɔnwu ne wɔn nso nkɔmɔ ɛna anɔpɛ yi ɛwɔ dwumadie ne so ɛno no na William Saliba ɛna mete sɛ still na no William Saliba ti sɛ Neymar issue wɔn nso ɛntumi nwura mu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ training a Okusua FAC fitness challenges Edema the French national team and also a big blower ewa France omo camper and also encomono eba and ananke expect esa William Saliba be training adiama France na mom when to me anye training na bibia chese France almost first game on bebono enye likely Ese William Saliba wobetumi asiakan ediama France national team no Robert Lewandowski wa flyer over the United States of America one kobo World Cup ni bio na Robert Lewandowski wate ese Chicago Fire penny so mesi akan ede amomo eno komo eno ni agent Penny Zahavi area United States of America no so akodi ayesa and komano no mara ani musa bibia be koye diama no na Chicago Fire deal no eno som atumi atotom ewo ehonom a ye de ewo ensem no eje ema ewo dwumadie ne so ene onopay Steve Clark head coach ede ema your head coach Eddie Scotland woman national team no see superstars na was Scotland no making history Eddie Scotland was some World Cup emu na owie na the player your friend Andy Robertson vesa fa eno etu mame Andy Robertson ena ono so akasam Eddie for Scotland woman hate game anyame ya adomu a ochena enwumre eno so eba so nsem say ena Andy Robertson what day a two game no
is, you know, there's no fan that will go into the stadium without probably nerves and things like that, but I do believe that we've gained the trust of the nation as well, and I think we deserve that trust after, you know, the games that we've produced and especially the intense games that we've played in. You know, if you look at the Denmark game, that you're not going to get any more high pressured. We had to win to be sitting here today, and we went and produced a performance, scored unbelievable goals and gave probably 52,000 people the best night of their life. So I think we deserve that respect, but what I will say is, you know, any team that we are playing in this World Cup deserves our respect as well. We're in a really difficult group and we know we have to be at our best to win any game, and that's what we're working towards. We can only control our performance, and if we perform to the best, then I believe we can cause anyone problems, but it's up to us to go and try and show that.
Andy Robertson, captain, Edema, the Scottish national team ahead of Haiti game. Ninsemwa, Wanosum, Adia Tuja, Yedaswa, FIFA World Cup, Nimua, and Koma Ebony, Lucas Hernandez, and our secretarism, Yading Emma players, Nimbu of France national team, no, and ya dear, some players, no, it deserves secretarism, no, now, OGDA, Uye player now see a kind Edema France national team ni biti say Mbappe any only se mo ayana scrutiny no e was so de bia nkrofo pese wo mo ewura nsemu na cheso mo biebie mu te say asabi wo manya aduane o mo biebie mu ati no wo se ba ne say ye kan sem bebre e the four players ho ensem fatem a ema football no niam enkoye enfam ema mo a wo se o mo ye 100% motivated e wo World Cup bi mo first game won be deliver among the Blues of France, Lucas Hernandez, Nenkoma Eba, Eric Garcia, one of your defender, Edema Spanish national team, no, Eric say, Omo Ekase, one of the favorite, not Sebi, Omo, di actor, what I say, Eric Garcia, was say, Chese, okay countries are one of your favorite esa omobeje World Cup na Spain e kan bi entobia tena baby now kasa Spain any favorite anipa no wo dada no wo say countries no umam yensa na senan a obeyi Spain edi every mo no Eric Garcia no so nkoma what it to join na no pay e wo tumade ne so ya dem mamo e wo aye so no eso na milituja except John Stones any Eugene concert Metesa, the Three Lions of England. Woman first gamer. wɔn Croatia ɛbɛbɔ nyame yɛ atom a ukuada wabra Ghana yɛne Panama so ɛbɔ no saa defenders yi ɛna Thomas Tuchel ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo starte ɛwɔ akyire ɛden ama the Three Lions of England ɛyɛ John Stones ɛne Ezri Konsa ɛho asɛm ɛna meka Jude Bellingham yɛsɛ wokɔ training na masa nyɛ asɛm ketewa o ɛyɛ gidigidi ne nyina ne sɛ akɔda no ɔnsɛ nansɛ ɔne Thomas Tuchel nya issues kakra but yɛsɛ nahofama wɔ training no biribi akyerɛ sɛ ɔbɛnyam starting ɛyɛ place ɛwɔ Thomas Tuchel ne line-up ne mu wabra England ɛne Croatia wɔn nso game no ɛbɛtɔ dwa na deɛ mete ɛne sɛ Bukayo Saka ɔno nso battle fitness concerns ɛwɔ England ɔmo national team camp Bukayo Saka ɛnyɛ likely ɛsɛ wɔbɛ starting ɛde ama England ɛwɔ game ɔmo ne Croatia ɛnso ɛba ɛno nso nkɔmɔ no ɛba mewɔ Croatia so ɛ no mede to dwam ɛsɛ Luka Modric immediately after the World Cup sɛ nneɛma nsesa player no ɛpɛ sɛ ɔretire from professional football ɛno ɛyɛ decision a Luka Modric ɛne ne representatives ɔmo ateki na decision no wɔn mo kyerɛ mu a sɛ Luka Modric retire from football after the FIFA World Cup a wɔn mo pɛ sɛ ɔsan de n'ani kyerɛm ɛwɔ Madrid wabra Madrid aka kyerɛ no ɛsɛm sɛ ɔretire hɔ nsamra na ɔmo ma ne dwuma gyemdi ɛwɔ Madrid wɔn mo ɛbɔ bɔ kɔn mu ɔkɔ a ɔnkɔbɔ bɔɔl na emu ɔkɔ as one of the coaching staff ɛwɔ nkwadaa ni mu anaasɛ ɔbɛ assistant mpanyinfoɔ no wɔn ho adwumadi a ɛno Luka Modric deɛ firi n'aso ɛba na Jamie Carragher Thomas Partey visa issues wakasa fa ne mu yɛnkɔ Canada ɔho na yɛnkɔ di nkɔmɔ kakra ɛwɔ Canada ɛno a before Bosnia Herzegovina game a ɛno ɛtɔ dwa no unim sɛ afi opening ceremony yɛyɛ ne mmiɛnsa US yɛ ɔmo deɛ Canada yɛ ɔmo deɛ Mexico ɛnso ɛyɛ ɔmo deɛ na ɛno a before Canada game no na nya asɛm ketewa koraa wabra ɛyɛ Alicia Cara wɔ performing ɛwɔ ɛyɛ opening ceremony no ase any colorful display of Canadian culture ɛno ana ɛfɛ papa yɛbɛhɛ bi na yɛtie kakra sɛdeɛ opening ceremony no ɛkɔɔ so ɛwɔ Canada. ɛwɔ dwumadie ne so ɛnɛ anɔpa na meka Jamie Carragher ho asɛm ɛde akyerɛw ɛnora wo nsɛ yɛaka Thomas Partey nsɛnsɛm no ɛsɛ nya ade a onya visa a ɔde rem ɛwɔ Canada nti Ghana yɛ game a yɛne Panama ɛbɛbɔ no nya ade a Thomas Partey wobɛtumi abɔ saa game ni bi atiama Ghana na Jamie Carragher ɛna ɔde to dwa sɛ ɛyɛ absolute disgrace from tournament planning point of view. What I say, or say, spending years now building World Cup, over qualifying matches, prepare squad, now making sure so they get everything right. Masa, now you do baby before kickoff. Yes, say, I caught that. I say, yeah, dinner some and away. Why you saying till your man face on your day was say, yeah, dear Sanya Manon, a disgraceful tournament, you know, a good FIFA World Cup, you know, and with you know. And someone Jamie Carragher, what did to Joey and what is so except Thomas Partey or Ghana plans so papa now on also or GDA SS Thomas Partey a game Nimo de Ghana or make a lot of difference and Tiba Mano a big blow and then Thomas Partey Ghana team no or yeah or say that's not football, that's administration failure. Was a Sanya Mano and Yadia a come football ho was already penning follow and Anto Amuniama what I say second Canadian government Diomo embassy United States of America one embassy Niomo government Tomo and Anto Tuniama Yomashe Amasanyama Wenina SC and some Honman no and somewhat Jamie Carragher one on some idea to dry idea on some no at the amount to Metiano SO Portugal national team flight and was straight from Lisbon. A touch it down, Florida, and Ronaldo, and any teammate, you know, woman, Ebeland, Chesomo, Ebe Campe. Now, unim says, I fly to Abako Samaye, and he said, the most tracked flight in the world, as at the time. Na Portugal national team no woman now woman call United States of America massa and Crawford to select a top flight in his role. Ronaldo Belandida be massa easy your time bay and Ronaldo Belandin team photo Florida airport. Baby, Ronaldo Molandi what time I can so her and to me a champ for you and so on my mom I had a few airport and Ronaldo team no. And that woman, United States of America. Wabromo Kosa and Wabwase, and I told my first game and on some Betota, and DR Congo gamer, and on some Basso, a dear one some no, at the amount, to make you know, so and Gonzalo Garcia, may come Madrid Kakra, or say some away, say Bibia and Sia. Opeso corner compare a game time or can't a club football and no a Madrid Aquadana or Siakai at the moment and Nimo free wouldn't set time and we had dinner but to 20 like a crack at my Madrid woman the Bobo Corner no and some a few up a Mamo and a Jumatiano as so now him say Bernardo Silva in Barcelona they're breaking negotiations and it's saying come on trick yes it deco. A catcher, a boss and penning for said Bernardo Silva, a old dog. Nasa said, why a cremaya when you papa was a quadano, a chessery fear con anymore, and in Pomoyamre, and to no any bar, a piano more club and no, a carabina Bernardo Silva, and in Barcelona, one conversation, a break it down. I am a boy no echo sign at my Madrid, woman a bobocono. Jose Mourinho, yes, what catcher Raul Asensio said, Nyamia to my next season on the place, our Madrid team anymore, and Tinon Peba before from, and fun any entra, and also a free airbar, transfer store in common him no, Mammy from to just Manchester United. Yes, Romo Fadness Matheus Fernandes, West Ham United midfielder no 1% Romo fast tracking Yamanan commodity no a content and pass the bear some benyana one be finalize it you know and Saka and a World Cup no abana we and in same Omate SM Madrid ni PSG and a Mourinho and radio ni mo Entino, one more Konoma Koyan in time, no more hair, and someone some other boy now, and on a cacre few bar, Yadimamo, oh, a yet to make any so PSG, and Amatesa, or maybe a Prono, S. Bali Bacola, so be free bobo ko ni mo a wo mum ebe ma ne kwama na free bobo ko ni mo no mo team ese clubs bi ete se Arsenal any Liverpool mu Chelsea player no enti se player no person ko a wo mu PSG mu nse de kwan wo ebe ma na ko na wa kotro so ese akan ete ama clubs am bodin ba ko a eno enso de free PSG any Bali Bakola wo mu se ye ba ye de ama mu ewo dwumadie no eso Arsenal yes say omo aye standard checks ewo Nico Pass eho na Nico Pass no se Madrid se omo mpena ansana watumi free eye komo edina ni akire mum ewo baby from Madrid ewo the first buy option for the boy Arsenal kwakodin komo kakra ewo boy ne wo mo hwe ne mo ss bibia totomu a wo mo ebetumi assign no abesi akan ediama Arsenal bobo kono Vinicius Junior wadin komo before mo came wo mo enem aye Morocco bo na nkomo we no efa ne Madrid ne contractor woni Madrid wo Vinicius Junior we ni wa no sacra enete eno say ni focus ewo Brazil national team no na obeka Madrid asemwa Jesse abo World Cup no ewie eno eye Vinicius Junior wono so dia epa ene anope wo dwumadie no eso Carlo Ancelotti ena odini birthday na ni 2 days 67 years na ni 67 birthday eni ebusa ni say o World Cup debut say ena o fano eno say eye honor kese pa eye nije kese de mano na eye big responsibility at the mano so be di Brazil national team no looking forward ese nema ebe koye eten ama Brazil national team no owie eno so nkrofo keka so pressure any strobing oh Brazil national team no eso was say wo ya dia o bobo na onim dia wo ya uko game a unsho uko game a pressure ema so wey Carlo Ancelotti ne nkoma wodi etuta makene ma asam de acho Ancelotti say Neymar working hard so be red team ni mo ediama Brazil ewo eye World Cup emu na osi Neymar talent no anya talenta masa was di diagro was so talent bi say ewo team mu a ewo so utilize no enti Neymar push no say Neymar ya available wabema wiase nyina wo Neymar talent no ewo 2026 World Cup eno so etoja yade ewo ensem no ediema ewo dwumadie ne so eno Captain America Christian Pulisic maso diagram edema United States of America first half eno Mauricio Pochettino eyi no etino free mo na Mauricio Pochettino say yo yi aye Christian Pulisic edini free mo no na ye precautionary player no ne praka krabisha no wana kompese oba aggravate injury no account bi eno yi ni free mo first half na ye see Roma interested in Christian Pulisic Roma pese omofa Christian Pulisic na oba ebesi akan enso ediemo no ensemu a efi o eba na Carlo Ancelotti interview and answer for busa Carlo ese uwo gidi uye sure ese Brazil ebetumi aje World Cup no after 24 years womo enwene World Cup Carlo Ancelotti the response in ye
Carlos Ancelotti, my name is Kalista from Nigeria. So 24 years has been how long Brazil has won the World Cup. If you talk about a coach that is ruthless and result-oriented, that can win trophies, we talk about you. Do you think with this squad you've selected that Brazil can finally win the World Cup after 24 years?
We can compete and we have a possibility to compete to win. Of course, yes, we can compete and we are ready to compete. But to win, we are a little bit failed sometimes in football, but I think the feeling today is we have a good feeling about this World Cup, not only about this first game, because it's only the first game of this competition. We work hard, ready and prepared to play.
Yes, enti Carlo Ancelotti no say omo potential esombe to me aje FIFA World Cup no ede esi omo nine so eno enkomo no eba ɛwɔ dwumadie ne so ɛnɛ anɔpa me firi hɔ na mede m'ani akyerɛm ɛwɔ Muhammad Salah Gali na so yɛ Muhammad Salah deɛ mete ne sɛ ɔbɛtumi amaki a sensational U10 na watena Liverpool atoa so ɛsi akan ɛde ama Liverpool wɔn eboboko no after sɛ yɛyi ane slot ɛde na free boboko no mu yɛsɛ Egypt national team no Muhammad Salah ne teammate baako ɛna ɔne nkurɔfoɔ akɔdi nkɔmmɔ sɛ akoa no masa sɛ ne ɛsɛ ɔmfiri ane slot no ɔne ne te ɛyɛ ado ahoma so enti anslot kɔi deɛ Salah ɛsɛ bɛhyɛ aseɛ di nkɔmmɔ na wahwɛm ɛsɛ Liverpool ɛbɛma no additional yɛ no so ɛtumi asi akan ɛde ama ɔmo ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ firi hɔ ba yɛde ɛma mo ɛwɔ ɛyɛ dwumadie ne so ɛnɛ anɔpa Borussia Dortmund defender ɛyɛ Nico Schlotterbeck na wa responding to rumors a nkurɔfoɔ ka ɛna Mourinho ɛsɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde ba Mourinho ɔnte wo ho gyae Mourinho woyɛ boy a ofilu papaapa na saa nsɛm no te a ɛyɛ na wo ho ɛyɛ ɔsɛe ɛna ɔse nokorɛ sɛ wote sɛ coach bi ɛte sɛ Jose Mourinho ɔpɛ wa ɛyɛ na ɛduru time bi a ɛyɛ anigyeɛ ɔho because Madrid ankasa no club kɛseɛ na coach no a ɔno so yɛde ne link me no wɔno so yɛ coach a wɔno so yɛ adeɛ papaapa enti no sɛ mete saa nsɛm no bi wɔ media no mu a ɛyɛ na nani agye na mmom sɛ focus no ɛyɛ World Cup yɛfiri World Cup ba a yɛbɛdi Madrid ɛne Jose Mourinho nkɔmmɔ no ɛwɔ ɛyɛ ɛhɔnom ɛno ɛyɛ Nico Schlotterbeck wɔno so nkɔmmɔ a wɔde ato dwa wonim sɛ 2026 World Cup enya a record breaking amount of Muslim majority nations womu compete our World Cup ni mo since World Cup ba no enya dia yenya Muslim nations besem dunum a musia kan World Cup ni mo sa World Cup boy Algeria, Bosnia Herzegovina, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Ivory Coast, Jordan, Morocco, Qatar, womunya Muslim nations omo Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Tunisia, Turkey, and after Uzbekistan, where a record number of Muslim majority nations. Our Musia Kai, our FIFA World Cup, no, Abako Semua, Yadia no some uncommon, Edding Emo, our Jumatiano, Esso, and then Anopai, na Meteo. As a cyber security threat to be Masa and Shea na hit 2026 FIFA World Cup. Na yesu ko Irana akwabi wo chese group na ye friend Handala no woman acclaim responsibility of FBI drones ananka woman linkeno to a tournament security no what I say FBI for edit drones and in Canada, Mexico, and in United States of America are drones no ni jubadie and say a monitor a chrono so say be obi planning attack bi and also be planning bonifo sembi at the nations na e be signal security operatives no ma to me akate sade no yes and dollar group no masa ade na drones ne ya no wo matimi hack system no as say drones no jumadie e wo wie mu a we ama yes suraba SS FBI for na sanke come hona woman ye niam tentamo aye bia na Iran for ya kwhye ba bia masa won be so mutiti drones ne to fam no at the threat every World Cup na ya dia no so come no e dia mam na aye dwumadie ne so ene anopai Cristiano Ronaldo or say Portugal omo World Cup with a lot of hope any excitement o chidie ewa reshemu ese Portugal betumi age World Cup no eje si omo na so no Cristiano Ronaldo ni semo di tuga na enu ameche wade on Zlatan Ibrahimovic before Canada ni Bosnia game ye bowie or encounter ISO speed obi anim say eba say Ronaldo fans o wi ase o number 1 na Zlatan ena ekacha ISO speed se mata Ronaldo no ontimi nje World Cup no and I show say hey ensem na oka no mata ompe boy na semo a enya ne sao na Ronaldo beje World Cup no na de Trosadia we to say Besaba back Ewa now Ronaldo lift the World Cup trophy. I show speed on his Zlatan Ibrahimovic almost encommodie.
You want to see something crazy?
Who do you think is winning the World Cup?
Portugal. Ronaldo winning the World Cup. What? Watch. And look, watch. Watch he win. Watch he win. Watch he win. Watch. Watch Ronaldo win. I promise you. I promise you he's going to win. Sue, baby. Suey. Suey. Watch.
I show speed. I am the #1 Cristiano Ronaldo fan. And what catches Zlatan Ibrahimovic say, watch Ronaldo win. Watch Ronaldo win. Masa, see baby, see baby. Yes, I know you're coming across. So now I'm show speed or signing Donald Trump in an encounter. A FIFA president Gianni Infantino. One in an encounter. And Gianni Infantino say, I show. Me person come out the FIFA president best 5 minutes too. And I show say, hey, cause I have 5 minutes no. O the mommy and I'm a World Cup trophy no. And the question Ronaldo ni Portugal same. See na
remember, the jacket is there for you as well, huh? Ready?
Come on, give me.
Ready to president of FIFA for 2 minutes.
Win.
I get you the jacket.
Win.
Next match.
Yes. Oh.
Opa.
So I get to be the president of FIFA next match?
Next match for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. What changes should I do? Okay, all right, man. Okay. W.
Take care, man.
W, Gianni. I get to be the president of FIFA for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. What should I do? I know exactly what I'm going to say.
Yes, I show speed and out is FIFA president Tekaso. Simanu Memadi FIFA president and was come the trophy no Ebema Cristiano Ronaldo Honoma. Yeten and Common at the amount. Ewo Jumetian so and pay rough Ranigle professor. And I made him as Wakache AC Milan as woman for response Emra before World Cup no born the first game na omuma guarantees bebre ono so ase for guarantees bebre every AC Milan also semeba mube say mube towe ye be pam we so omo tumi the responsible be consider na mo be dijuma no e de ama AC Milan wo mo ebobo ko na no be run it in the rough running nin samo di tuja e wo ye juma de no so na anopai theory hurry or say this World Cup is more political than any, and it is looking like a mess. Thierry in Semno, 8 hour, or say, no football tournament, any amount man, your summer say, actually, and now better Somali referee, Yamani visa, or China better Thomas Partey, Yamani visa, or China better Iran, Yamama United States of America, or say, tournament where they are meaning Ukraine, Ayatia, Oman Seno, na politics and real tournament in Mudodo was one who above FIFA World Cup P. What travel across different countries, continent, above FIFA World Cup matches. Adewe, ABC Da, FIFA World Cup, Wamo Abakosemu, Theory Hori, Ninsamua, Wadim Tuga, and the Anopay, Ewo Jumetian so Anono, Pedro Poro, Mete, Esetonamospe. Epese woman is say a new long-term deal. Ewom bobo konimo said the bear and some tea so clubs be penum was penum kosia kind and for momo woman the soon clubs in Nina and Diago Babina Poro Atosom Abo at Amomo no and someone a free Pedro Poro Nasia and Anopay Ewom Jumadiano eso Kaka Ricardo is Sexen dos Santos Lady. And say maybe I can mote. Ese Jose Mourinho. One players be enyan tokwa. Ewo mati bobo konimwa. Or say any Mourinho. No prefer players be to say Ozil, Di Maria, Benzema. Ewo eye ni timu debia. Or person mo bo. Was say my players ni be pile papa. Was say amansa edu time bia utimu se nkrofo form nenye but na Mourinho insist so mo be boss e no ɛna e breaki ne dressing room a drew baby no ne Morino mo mebato ne Cristiano Ronaldo mu nyina enya issue ɛwɔ Madrid wɔn eboboko ne mu a ɛnom ɛyɛ tieba metem ɛsɛ Liam Rosinia a ɛnkyɛ Chelsea ɛsake no yɛsi OGC Nice ɛkɔɛ ama watɛni ɔmo down ɔsɛ OGC Nice boboko no ɛnya ade a ɔbɛkɔkyi wɔn wɔsɛ pɛsɛ take break kakra ansa no a wasan resume coaching ɛno ɛyɛ Liam Rosinia ne dia ɛba Tottenham Hotspur 70 million euros ayɛ ready Cody Gakpo wɔn de kɔ Liverpool bid no wɔn nso wɔn de bɛtum animu ya na wɔn ahwɛ ɛsɛ wɔn nsam ɛbɛka Cody Gakpo na wabɛsi akan ɛden ama wɔn a ɛno ɛnso ɛyɛ deɛ firi wɔ ɛba unim sɛ Pele 1958 ne World Cup winners medal no yɛsɛ mpanyinfo pɛ sɛ wɔn kɔ auction na wɔn estimating between 500,000 pounds ɛsɛ ɛyɛ sika wɔn ebetumi anya ɛwɔ ne World Cup winning medal a wɔn nso etumi anya ɛwɔ 1958 World Cup ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ firi wɔ ɛba yɛwie ni sɛ ɛnura ɛwɔ United States of America wabra United States of America ɛkyi Paraguay ɛtwa wɔn ɛka nan a wɔn team baako no wunim sɛ ɛyɛ Tyler ɛnso ɛperforming ɛwɔ ɛyɛ dwumadie no ase ɛwɔ ɛyɛ United States of America in Zanzibar dance ɛno no so ɛkɔ so na South African Tyler ɔno so ɛnyɛ easy kraa wɔ ɔgye nkurɔfoɔ ani ɛwɔ opening ceremony no ase yɛbɛtie bi na yɛahwɛ bi. Abeto dwumadie ne so ɛde amamo ɛnɛ anɔpɛ yɛ ne kangen energetic drinking water mpanyinfo edi enkomo happy birthday enkoma Mrs. Ochi dodo na from Mame Denta or Gospel Light Assemblies of God Church I know ɛwɔ Dichemso we free Rita Kiapa Koko ho ɛna ɛba ɛnɛ anɔpɛ ɛna for special birthday to Princess Enchiwa Beulah SDA Church ɛhɔ ɛna also oko sorry yes a Beulah SDA Church ɛhɔ ɛna also kwa sorry happy birthday to Princess Enchiwa ɛnɛ ɛyɛ wawoda yɛ we show a special birthday kanjin empanyimfo ɛwɔ ha ɛni Steve mo ekodi enkomo ɛnɛ anɔpɛ nsuo ne de yaka kyɛw sɛ wotɔ a fa pH tester ne sum kala no ɛbɛsɔ ɛsɔ na sɛ ɛnyɛ kanjin ɛnyɛ alkaline kala na sa alkaline kala na purple no ai na sɛ nsuo ne ekrogin ɛnyɛ no a nsuo ne nyɛ ɛnom Steve akwaba
media mejo so
na bibia bɔkɔ de
radio dom bibia fine na I show speed no oni say ugina Zlatan enim gina Thierry Henry enim na uko Ronaldo ase these people
all over
from titi nyina obi anim baby omu gina nti we nyade
I show speed interesting character
very interesting character
oma agro na yede oma na yede yes ti anopen so kanjin
right enti kanjin na magic drinking water busiafo no na ye ba be chirichirimu e de a kire wo se na tie nsuo dɔɔso e wo market nsuo dɔɔso e wo market pa na mom no de tie ne se nsuo de makasa obenoma bomode ma onsanka kangen energetic drinking water na ya de enti ya kan sa no we say that for a reason the etienne say kangen water a international brand na ensuo no ye no ma na hoode no na kire enye ne brand ekuta no enti de enti a na ya kasi international brand ya kan sa no se na be ya wobetumi ehu sɛne ɛho asɛm no yɛ den ɛho asɛm no esitie enti kangen energy drinking water all over the world wodu ani kyie mu a ade a kangen water no ɛno no ɛwɔ ahoɔden ewiase afa na baabia kangen energy drinking water ɛyɛ nsuo a ni pH no sɛdeɛ na yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ no ɛyɛ ade a ɛwɔ soro kama na nsuo deɛ World Health Organization ene uba Ghana yenso ye FDA Food and Drugs Authority enso regulate yenso ye de we apomodin enyina kire se obia wunsu obenom no hwe se ni pH no at least enya hwe kra no na 6.5 ekonanim eno nti kangen energy drinking water say ye kra de ye mount 7.5 to 8.5 pH ama wait me say yes this is very important water ni pH no yeden ewosoro na de ma wiase nyina age kangen energy drinking water ide atum including superstars in sporting activities enyina age atum ni say one ensuo no kuta properties eboa ma ban absorption etimi absorb ye na anope de kan wasempa hydration and its importance na yeka hydration ene sa wo no nsuo ma nsuo no agina wo nipaduam na nsuo no ebetimi ana nipadua na timi atwe nsuo na atwe emu anuane nuru enti sa wo nsuo na wo nom no anuane nuru nhyeda enimu a ede nya de na nipadua no betwe obenom ebehye wafu but na entumi enya ade a esese nsuo eye ede ma nipadua no hia nsuo esense ehia aduane enti wo a wutie ewo internet no so wo a wutie ewo ohwe ewo TV no so no ohwe screen no ase wo a obonse ye numbers no ewo hono ma rolling bobo na fa number no na place your orders sisi a anopay no ye teams no ede amanfo orders no ebeko akwa deliver ede amom we free of charge, free delivery, especially all around Kumasi and Ashanti region and its environs. Almost all distributors or other regions other than Ashanti region so no so omo place order no e dey your cars no eboade nyina no ma ko deliver ede amom free enti wo to no wa yusu say ya sorry abusua na say ye fie no ye kase anopay ya bomode na place wo ko no e ade a serve no most of the times no orders not also enti first come first serve ena ye de ye place order no obu on ma anopay onya hu second yemfo atena se na no wa sha se efre oh me here 20 packs me here 30 packs e bia me here dispensers say ana say me here dodo say no wa place ni order na ye di kan den ye di kan atworo na ya hyehye na enti mo orders e ba ne no enyina no ye be deliver mo di ansa na mo de be ba ochena ne ochena chi nyina to so enti ne ya wote ye nkan ment na so bomode na frɛ na place wo order no senetie na obi kana asem say oh nsuo we de mi hia ne ntem a anka me giri sɛ niam bi ekoso ye kama e de amama enti ene awate kangen kan ye ka the effect of hydrating your body with kangen energy drinking water ene the importance of it no take the advantage ngobomode na place your order sisi na be deliver e de amount enche megem e de ama menua neza na ode awura mu the scientific aspect of the reasons why was a wonom kangen energy drinking water no me ma your numbers no na what obon no afre numbers no 0241 44 91 91 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 number no registered on WhatsApp as well. It will be to send SMS or be to send WhatsApp message or be to send voice note and there will be some question be open so be sa efa kangen energy drinking water no ho o please you order so na you deliver it to me at the amount the entia can say but more than no kangen energy drinking water and say this is water full of life insure a purely alkaline water and also containing antioxidant insure you produce using electrolysis processor a split insure na acid nyina den efrim na boabo anuane nuo no eno ntina kangen water no hydrogen rich no hydrogen ewom alkaline no atia it is not just alkaline by accident alkaline because the electrolysis process na use so produce no eboa ema maintaining the minerals na nsuo no whilst purifying it and then also eliminating acid free nsuo no ama nsuo na nkasa aye krogen enye nsuo a emu eda krogen se ne ti no nko anemum nsuo de wose nnuane nu a oboade eboye ewo nsuom ti se hydrogen potassium calcium no wose ewom na wonom a etimi abo eno nti na kangen ye use electrolysis process a different technology originated from Japan ye produce nsuo no into test kangen and wabon sampa nsuo ufiri mo frase na wano nsuo na mum onom kanje won san pasa nsuo nyina enye pe me nua neza ebe kire some of the scientific approaches are and as the reasons behind the essence to use Kangen energy drinking water.
Well, Steve, I take it over from here. Kangen water, I'm sure ebe boyen with the slides na ya demonstrated the amount to be journey live on Oyerepa on Facebook. It today be say yeah, come on, I do you're part and parcel of the conversation to our internet. I say how does electrolysis change the structure of water? And okay, for your time in intensive go through one after but by I say electrolysis process first would be in soon a physical process and a chemical process and I'm say a GDA say your dear friend said titanium coated plate in soon firma and mentioned by negatively charged and no and only pediano and so the bay in here it's in so be our own beyond any quite say get dead water in so do na I war a drama swa one of air ton do na get dead water into no ma near was a co nipid in my aquacoyano and yadi say bitimen so I into a splitting so into two through the Kangen machine no emu na de ya source de alkaline no de ama aye winipedian no say oba se ho no makaka born again no say water enters the ionizer ya ka say nsuo efa aye ionizer no emu a eno aye the Kangen machine very good na han say aye okay nti efema aye ade say a filter aye efin bia aye de ben ewomu na afa a maintain its mineral content na ewomu no the other processes na aye friend say the reverse osmosis na dividing so of its nutrients and as a mineral content ewo eye nsuo ni mu nti me bisa say ena no pay unsu a wonom no how well informed and aye inform wo and so about it sanso na fa say electrolysis through titanium platinum plate. But water flows through the electrolysis chamber with platinum coated plate. Electric current breaks large molecular cluster into smaller microcluster. It's a hand say the person say your normal regular water and any so from 15 to 20. It's a ono monso bia na anyone ya kese enti ni wura ba bia wo se timi wura e wa ye woni pedianim ba say Kangen energy drinking water no se fa eye Kangen machine ma na se ionize anima aya de se eboa e ma na anyone ba ye nketo enti wono ma woni pediane ba bia aya de se etimi enso ewura the separation of alkaline and acid ma boso dada insu a wonom bia wo a pH below 6.5 bia kan ne hun se ono munsu a eye acid emo a ye woni pediane and times that na ba demonstrate emo ho se ubetimi the pH tester say purple and acid bla a alkaline say a green in nature and so one say a neutral a yellow wedge dia na acid enya de say no ebeboa oni padua no ye bo world cup black stars ebedi nkonim favorite team ebedi nkonim dodo na ye benonom carbonated drinks ebedi nuane bi because of say energy aba and this event no aya na de dokodokode ani nuane bebre na ye de ka ho adidi dwuma no obi hwebo na odi we kakra no ono mwe kakra de ebedi na konipade ani mu no aya de say eye acid nti se de be ya obe flash out toxins na improvise more on your energy level no and we be here say obefa nsuo mpacho bra down e ma me obefa nsuo e fe ne se Kangen energy drinking water afensi say a better concentration for your brain, a better concentration mpacho MCR brasro mame a better concentration on your brain. There be a kind of times with that number say there be conform pacho conform. There be a kind of times with that number say I idea say onipa bia o brain no a contain some level of insuo ewomu. So the very moment o brain e be sha say insuo e free mu no obi ono ma bon say ote ho no ma o se ni tie ne ya time so that number on your frequent headaches just say or scan a pull away from your brain and no and e be nam so ama wanya de fe say frequent headache nti ono ma ye Kangen and acid drinking water won choose insuo bia no e boa na sa e ha no e be tu ase and so de afi ono yan ka say insuo no e aduro da bi enye aduro nanso so enam it process e fa so e produce insuo no eno ena ema no eye structured water. What are microcluster and how they hydrate the cells? Over down deep blue background na obehu se no ehonum na yese Kangen water absorption its efficiency aya 95% wa bra yakọ nipadua ni mu sanso na afa regular water aya no ya very good nti oba ase ehonum ema me details na mechanic na ehonum na yese insu a the normal regular water no I say the efficiency rate no only 15% but then Kangen the rate na 95 into no ma it me round ni pede ani mu ba bia na 58 58% of microcluster medical about so that not very good now no am who say in so na ni wasusa it's no ma etimi efa anase etimi wura woni pedia no baby a
let's say we ya project here ohwa your kangen absorption efficiency which is 95%, and then regular water efficiency also 15%. And the reason why menua neza kasa asem nyina ne say scientifically I can't sure say kangen water no anyone yenketenkete ohwa ase o say molecules per microcluster no 5 to 8, just say a very minute esusapa and such insuo no say penetrate wontini a very easy and FM na den awuru fi efru ni pe no ntina obi onom kanje water bia no abrebia otimi gunsuo kama ama ene ade a nintini mutimi da ho ni moja timi diafru sane kama eyese bia nsuo no dro nemum because of the electrolysis process na timi break it down the molecules of the water to a very minute level nintino eno ena makanje water no etisanti my numbers no once again native for MPK na omoni ani nkomo ewo eye office na fi yebre no asonti na
yam 0241
44 91
0241
44 91 050 73 79 474 474 into offer sa number ya o place order you be deliver at the amount. This is kangen and Niger drinking water for you.
All right. You better kangen for us say anopay omasaba na omuni abedi komo efa eye omunsuo eye kangen and Niger drinking water. That's ene yebesa ehia eye Stevo ani ima ombetena senom de kangen ho komo asa ede abre biem. Oyerepa 100.7 weekend edition of today's sports. And Oguso a share on your TV, Oyerepa TV on radio, 100.7. Also utie ede on YouTube, Oyerepa radio. Hunyinano on sa kanye ede free ho. Yentwaso emfa emma etiefo eni ahwefo a manopay omo ahyase a omo ATM. What the kind at Dangerman Bafowa enka ojumadi ni so machedi bibi aboko de okay echedi na wabone Brazil jersey we na uchusu ya na uchusu Brazil national team jersey oh okay do chusu Brazil ni de ko na muzu aka be num na boso
Brazil and Portugal other ones they me na mato yeah
okay
Portugal na me pair away no. So I have to go and buy that one. Because I'm going to Portugal. We name it on my way near me.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Jesus in the party, and I offer.
Ghana white never.
Sir.
Yeah, the announcer style looks good. Argentina away, no. Argentina away also looks. It looks like most of the teams they are away near a bit distinct. Kakra chain. Home no. As a home now a bit common. Home no normally I na colors no. They don't normally want to mingle with the colors, baby, because it's a traditional way. It's a Portugal on a red, Brazil on a yellow. Yeah, no one per se. Be brave, but on say we need it. You are at liberty to express yourself as a designer. So normally we you know, and I am or me bring out the style, the flair and the aura around it. So our wages is need be brave, no. It's top notch compared to the home ones. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Inti say Obed and watching in Kano. But there's a man for Zuko say muse say website views and why be a coach just a Ghana just no. And the GCF pa.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
By na solusi FIFA FIFA for 1 year sir.
For now the
FIFA for 1 year sir.
The websites they engage in the opinions of the public. Don't make me be out to say people should vote on it. People from different parts of the world. So if you at the end of it, in the bones say amount for better. I want to say the style for Ghana white in effort. And I say people are really cashing out when it comes to the market part. Because I'm not saying say about a tradition. We a young guy. One thing I saw the cow account say, "Oh, your customized JC, I'm our baby girl." this about be normal tena
Echridin baby
omo Jesus no omo nyeska pa
Echridin.
Oh yes one tena normally no ene la course jibo so steady a normally no ade ba ko a mata wi free member dem pa ye Jesus ne la course odi agro be ba dem no ono a onfa usika but as o shahe as o the dada no when be bounce na no the call. Okay. People are really cashing out when it comes to the Jason Power.
Yentwaswe. Meaning say who follow games no. Enra Canada host nation. Omone Bosnia and Herzegovina and the DCNE 1-1 and afi United States of America. So ene Paraguay. Omosho mo kanai emomo etimu ebako. Nti sese no host nation miensa ne nyina no omo abom games a chese obia en lusu Mexico ne di kan ehye South Africa kamienu ewo Azteca Sports Stadium a chese Mexico winning 2-0 against South Africa na afi enura Canada boy against Bosnia so eno mo bo 1-1 na US ehye 4-1 against Paraguay ene games ebaso ewo World Cup games a ebaso ne no ebono so pepepepepe Qatar and Switzerland and the AC and na fe enumre nundu say to share tournament na sinyina game a game kese a yedi kan behwe nundu game a ebaso the Atlas Lion of Morocco omo and the Seleção of Brazil and the AC na fi ahomache donko 1 AM Haiti and Scotland na afi 4 AM ahomache asuno Australia and Tukai and ase Turkey de ahye so nti Obed yenhwe games ni muso kakra ewo ho na yes ye be fi be party 7 pa yi we fra na ya ba na be the decision of the Canadian government deny Thomas Partey entrance into Canada no.
I like how conversation on social media people are concerned that they be nipa on guilty, but we will come down to the rules and all the other conversations around it. Into interesting times ahead. But Jibo, ahead of the tournament, there started bomb matches in Ibi. Na me sure say can they my T4 chance or comment section or kaka. Then who will be the top scorer? One Ebeje. One Ebeje.
The player Bishop goes to do a tournament, no.
Obetme the best player.
Player of the tournament.
Or the tournament, the surprise package, both as a player and also as a country. One is a that surprise element. One is a flop and all that.
Okay. Nti yenhye
yeah.
Emfama etifo nti o hwe ya. World Cup ya shasi. Oman bay na ugidi se obetimi age World Cup no.
Exactly.
And no ye one.
Yeah.
The tosumi no player bay na tournament no mra na wiye na ugitum so benya player of the tournament. And no entosumi no the tosumi ensa the golden boot.
Exactly.
The Oshe goes to do a World Cup. No, I said
say the best player of the country to win the top scorer and the best goalkeeper.
Okay. Nti akwanya wo abetimi asende wo so dia ba dia ogitumie senyoma ya bobosu country be win World Cup no player of the tournament goalkeeper and the keka ho nyina no obetimi e dia ba on the show. Obetimi so dia for WhatsApp 0241915555 0241915555 bitimi dia ba na nyina no show ne koso no ya bomoden akenkan e wudwumadi so e de amount ti Obed yankwa na yenye ne ntem ne mra Thomas Partey onna sese wiasim nyina obia e ka ho asem se omogitu se World Cup die nse Obeda sorry bia na wan ti asem fofora egu World Cup na nimu ase na se World Cup no kura ya mo ti yeni nkomo kakra bi na afi yemra Thomas Partey ahoma ne tutuma e bedidi nkomo bebre e wo line so e fa Thomas Partey issue no.
Okay. Number one, I know US ne Paraguay game no. Mame signs of South Korea and Japan host to World Cup now. Korea pushy I could do the same. I'm starting to get that feeling from this particular US team. I would say FIFA at this point is not an institution you can really trust when it comes to how we do our dealings. And there's a bit of script when it comes to competitions. Your countries one way or the other, they are protected because they have more presence in the competition. They want the impact at the competition. Mexico boy, traditionally Mexico your Maya Jibo, when they are playing in the World Cup, omudu kota ya nenya wansa. Omudu around 16 ya nenya wansa. Mexico in most of the World Cups they will try as much as possible to qualify from the group. Canada enya oman ba kwa wo host ya mojidi omusa. Even qualifying from the group Jibo, I have my question marks around it. But oman ba kwa meya jinedi based on the opening game match or boy a USA and the Mauricio Pochettino team. Plus the political influence attached. On the tournament we should dinya. I don't cast Mexico ne Canada crack on more host to know. As a US no yababe because of how huge they are, the mighty nation US no. Jibo yabe so mo clan host to tournament no. And I'm starting to have a feeling so one shocking country. I'll bet me more than the average performance we put up in most World Cup tournaments. Jibo, I'm sticking my neck out for this US team. Mauricio Pochettino, I heard you maybe. They play like a unit. And that is one major thing every country being here ahead of a tournament. Operating like a unit, very difficult for anybody to break. Naturally, Pochettino is one of the top coaches we have in this particular World Cup. The last time I'm Bobo coaches in the team. Memao Didier Deschamps, Memao Lionel Scaloni, Memao Thomas Tuchel for the English national team. Now when you be say Carlo Ancelotti for Brazil, Luis de la Fuente for Spain. Obetime Roberto Martinez ababe kan kakra because also in Europe ngunu when masesa. But Bobo Jibo Mauricio Pochettino yedin awe free mwenye ye. This is a coach of far the hospice team. Eddie boy could do the UEFA Champions League final. Or the Omedi second in the Premier League. After that we would Chelsea na holding. Chelsea. These were developing players. Yes, and here France kakra. This was starting with Spain or the Espanyol, maybe your ball no starting coachy. San Oba Southampton with England Jibo. Then to Spurs, to Chelsea and to PSG. Now so why clubs mako and 9 year ebubo dinya. Na enumi ya ebubo dinya. Imu be 9 there. Okopie mu baby a promising talent and bringing the best out of them. So okay, that Greece Southampton team and now benya Sadio Mane kakra. Jibo that solid Southampton team no more hard game pa Nathaniel Clyde where the Dejan Lovren mo Southampton team a bit unknown. Now on your mobile they can move toe to toe with almost every team no. There Mauricio Pochettino in a building team no. Where we said Dusan Tadic also in the setup for the Southampton side. Intinenye players are Ubeka Somachi Dimbe Bray was Southampton. But league ni mudie no ye na afemudie. Now he moved to Spurs. And Jibo Spurs in your team at Daniel Levy mobile splash a cash na kwakoto players a kuku dam the amount. But getting the best out of young talent or yes Ejumano. Ubeka PSG and they were ready to buy. By Espanyol and Entesa. Chelsea no be P1. Chelsea in their history a buying club. But recently under Todd Bowley. The sort of buying now Chelsea, they're going for promising talent, yet to get to the top. Honosono, Jibo, when good when mass. Especially a brought me settle the last 15 matches to the end of the season, or started saw the Chelsea Buja. It is all command the US team we are a minor talent and Obabe Kikaboom at the Ababe Jumano. And this is something opinion actually from Southampton, Spurs, Espanyol, and a Kakrobe or Chelsea. Unfa PSG in Cancun because of the nature of PSG or more business on the transfer market. Now started the political side of the game. We free ball no. Look at how FIFA bend your rules. regards to this particular tournament. Amanfoɔ ka sɛ wɔ FIFA ɛtɔn ne morals ɛne ne soul ɛde ma akata. But jibo US dem yɛ sure sɛ ɔmo atɔn aboro so, ɔmo atɔn ɔmo body, ɔmo soul ne ɔmo spirit ne nyinaa na ɛde ama ɔmo. Because it appears that almost every major competition and our conversation be a they told with what the directives from the White House and the beba. Omun disagree. Normally ka FIFA on senka who volunteer say omo tournament you beso volunteer. Sometimes you boy and compass omo boa kakra with traveling issues. But you don't can say they be the woman more share because it's US, Canada and Mexico. And upo there will be some political power in Kakra about this US team as against the fact that they have a good coach who has been working on this golden generation of this US team led by Obisa Christian Pulisic. In Tijibo, Paraguay from South America, a big nation when it comes to a World Cup. Make up big because omunye Germany, omunye Spain, omunye England, omunye Portugal. In fact, oko South America, omunye Brazil and omunye Argentina. But level now Colombia emo dana hold been a Paraguay da. Inti kebe den and the US etimi achi omo ebi omo by 4. And that is why I'm starting to have a belief say people should watch out for this particular US team or this particular tournament. They are comfortable with their weather, they have a good coach, they have the political backing, and they play like a unit. Very difficult to stop them. Inti the surprise nation for this tournament from Baby Amete Jibo. I may sure say ebe oma ebe friend in the US. Now moving forward, Brazil and Morocco. Jibo, I think so far. World Cup here, yeah, boy. You need to be there dance here. Say, yeah, per match back one. Abe buja kakra. Amani pa be brebe si omunku nyaso. Ebe kaso muko pebiaha. I'm sure it will be this particular game. I think the first major hot match competition in the Mayan. So far, the gap between the two teams in terms of resources, majority of them but if you talk about Morocco, don't forget that the last World Cup, Morocco to me bought more than copy more the same. And to say the last World Cup nearby, open the best 4 from the last World Cup, Morocco will be. The recent major competition across Africa, you know who the performance of the Moroccan national team. They are a complete force to reckon with. And they have everything to trouble any nation. In the Africa, half 1 year. You know, more than Bosnia, but my friend Morocco. And the package of the man we are seeing in the last World Cup. Then you talk about Brazil. Brazil is a complete giant when it comes to the World Cup. In fact, World Cup here, boy, see the games won. Any matches are about draw. A formal league table. Omona agene kesi and omona what points kesi echen will be. They have more points than any other nation. They've played in more World Cups than any other nation. And they've won it than any other nation. In this our mind bar, there is that attention woboso. Rebecca so na saying Brazil for no omo talent no. And this is first, no, everyone said the 2002 Brazil squad no the buy and Jibo. When you Ronaldinho, when you Rivaldo, when you be say Ronaldo Nankasa, when you Cafu, so support from the right, when you Lucio, Rocky Jr., Didamo, Eddie Omodi Ekahon, Jibo. On the other side, Unya Roberto Carlos. That Brazilian team was super. But this Brazilian team, say we share the talent between the old guys and the new guys now. Won't me underestimate this Brazilian team because they also have the men. Brazil about with Alisson in goal post. Marquinhos about as the UEFA Champions League winner. No, a captain. From a Honan Casano to get the captain of the UEFA Champions League. Our game will be should tell you the quality. Though 2002 for 2006 Nana Bahuna, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Kaka, Adriano Moore squad no. But we must so better. In the Premier League, one of the best defenders I witnessed it this season. or the team G Premier League. Esa to also called Champions League final. Gabriel. Jibo only Marquinhos the bebo 4 and 5. So if it's about talent, from the defensive shape, you cannot underestimate them. Danilo ball right. I'm Alexandra ball left. These are top profile players. Just don't do the declining stage of their career. And Nuntina more hype na form. But they've seen it all when it comes to the game. In midfield, Unya Casemiro. And Casemiro needs no introduction when it comes to the midfield game. Champions League Ahodo Awaje, the role in that Real Madrid team. And last season, the impact of Manchester United team about Manchester United team and qualified to the UEFA Champions League. He's one of the best midfielders we have currently in the world, based on experience, achievement, and a bit of current form. Bruno Guimaraes and a support with Lucas Paqueta completed the Brazil midfield three. On the wings, Unya Rafinha from the right wings of Barcelona. And then see a cut top wingers near the Vinicius near Rafinha Jinawa. Menya sure so bet me about top 10 as I'm ranting with him. Then Udi Cunha can completed the Brazil squad. And in the current generation, I will be so say no quality in Swateno. When you look at this Brazilian team, you just cannot tell me say Brazil team with quality swaba from. Though compared to 2002 no much gap wo mukaka. But this Brazilian team, see about Vinicius, see about Rafinha, see about Cunha, see about Paqueta. These are players that they also have something to give the world when it comes to the game of football. With support from Coach FN Carlo Ancelotti. It's going to be, to me, the first official World Cup game ever draw massive numbers, ever draw attention. Even in the Moroccan team, Jibo ye nyo obi akra mboni din a. Ebetimi anya Ashraf Hakimi aboni din. Say open the top 3 right backs in the game. Ashraf Hakimi din bebem. Menya sure say right backs who yimiensa out of Ashraf Hakimi din embambishim. So apart from Morocco last World Cup performance, apart from Omo performance in the last AFCON, apart from their individual players, the collective unity in this Moroccan team, they set the stage for a classic World Cup match between two solid teams, Ayababeshen and Enumre. What will be the deciding point? Experience. And only a bit more deciding point. Ahead of this game, Jibo, Brazil won a Joko Bonito no because of Senior. Now, some moment free Brazil on tem ebe pimo England no. Amasa Joko Bonito no omati so kakra at a high level efficiency about the game no. That samba football na Brazil about World Cup ajibu. Omasha one krana, they are interested in the skill, the flair, the entertainment, you know. With a coach like Carlo Ancelotti, an European coach with European mentality. Pressure one so they want to trim in an say kwako boom amometimi ase no. Sadia ni be free kakra. We are going to see pace, we are going to see a bit of tricky game, a bit of speed, and a bit of efficiency in this particular game. Jibo, the strength of the Moroccan team. Morocco team no. So Jibo, what check your mopa? The last 4 years, there have been a bit of consistency in the Moroccan team in terms of players. So check in your ma. Morocco for any changes be our national team no. As compared to our guys normally call World Cup no. So they come in with the units, they come in with the chemistry. And no check it AFCON na Jibo. Now who weakness in this Moroccan team? Who said them who said I had a weakness. Who obi ben who so a superstar. Se Brahim Diaz Bajibo. Who so about Chelsea in Bochi Obi. Who's our superstar life no this Moroccan team. That's one thing that you always love about North Africa countries no. So check Egypt bobo. Omo pot so obi ayepe. Si e kwa nyina na ekọ. Ye ba nyina na ekọ. Jibo on time to say North Africa countries na ko World Cup makwa ko tese omo praise kan hoda. They are interested to die for their nation. And that's one major thing Morocco for the Baba game. Pressure is on Brazil. Pressure is on Carlo Ancelotti. And I know Morocco for some sort of advantage because they can now decide to catch them on the break. The weakness of the Brazilian team, your fullbacks. No? Tojibo checking the fullbacks now.
Yeah.
These are players who feel come and kaka.
Yeah, Danilo.
One Alexandro. Kaka. So if there is any angle, Morocco bet me they attack Brazil. It should be through the wing.
But Morocco had the strength to handle Brazil team way.
Of course. Dibo. Me say last 3 days now me share AFCON matches nibi. Even their final against Senegal. And Dibo, one thing that I realize, breu Morocco for so I hear more. Who fatigue omo ball no. And who sa me na me star player omo ball no. The game flows through every angle. If it comes to tackling, they are doing it together. If it comes to fighting for the ball, they are doing it together. If it comes to goal scoring, Dibo, though Brahim Diaz was the best player of the tournament, the top scorer, Sadio Mane best player there. But Dibo had there. As a goal needs to be free baby aba. They are good when it comes to set pieces, and they have that. They are master of the Dakar danger. And we know ball now, no ball. So check it out for me. Somebody and one about World Cup now. But almost some interesting ways of frustrating the opponent. Some tactical fouls, no. Some of my idea, though AFCON the workers and not referee, no, but they are specialists when it comes to tactical fouls and applying the right force of that act. This Moroccan team, that they can use it to frustrate any individual. So they're mentally tougher. We know how they do it. The application of delay tactics. Or makes me a job how to kill the rhythm of opponents. Morocco in Eyerepa. And an idea you can use it easily to frustrate this Brazilian team, especially if they score the first goal. Because naturally, pressure that Brazil also. As a song deliver. And it's the Morocco first goal. So delaying your momentum, slowing your momentum, their tactical fouls, and how they target players when you're vulnerable, especially in there. Vinicius the yellow card. I won't be surprised if they will find a nice way of frustrating Vinicius for him to pick a yellow card. And Ashraf Hakimi in Vinicius. Amrabat most of the Omudian and Nemu and Chen. And so what check on matches they will provoke you. They try to get under your skin. That is Morocco, Jibo. But the only thing a bit of advantage, my Brazil,
okay,
is some of the players are game changers in a twinkle of an eye.
Tiwane Winnie,
Jibo, win or draw Brazil, a 1-1 or a 2-1 scoreline
for Brazil.
For Brazil, it's not going to be easy. Say, oh Brazil, baby, Musa. The advantage for Brazil, starting 11 on Morocco for the bit Monaco. The advantage to me appears to be players from the bench and the game management of Carlo Ancelotti. You cannot take it away from any discussion. Carlo Ancelotti is Carlo Ancelotti. And it's a ball no cost what. Quite a bit in your faso. As a ball no. A bit in your baby idea back one. A bear one dang pa at the Amadeus Brazilian team. I may be from the 70th minute going. Or bet me they are bully their way through to eventually get a win. A 2-1 or a 1-1 scoreline is what I'm expecting in today's game.
Okay. Actually, Sir Obed and Yatin and Kano say on also a World Cup Nintitu and a game Cassia Airbaso Abra a Morocco and a Brazil at the AC and Morocco the Aminia say the Africa for the year South Africa no the way Morocco omo support
AFCON and a man from person be
but enemy who ayi open ceremony no na the cross South Africa flag me who video binye AI baby ebia wakotiare wo hu say video no say
ya hunti ya di shesha no bebre but
akwa ne kwa Obed ayi ni na show say team na man for say some hu but the same na mudi no eso mfa so ni hu anim gwase na moji no World Cup no no nti eno so ewo ho
omukro mo de ajibo omo ntwe mo bia omo ankasa omo ne abrofo na eto no
enu ka ye issue
ena omo ankasa omo ho ne mpo no jibo omo ntwe mo omo Omo anka so omo ho no. It's for foreigners there. Ono oyo bibi ajibo. Na it say agro bi no Eugene.
Okay.
Tell you see krum atutu butu mabu no. Omo krum na ye nipakum. Ask anybody, they will tell you the medal rate in South Africa is very, very high.
MZ video nini.
It is very common when it comes.
Oh, na di no carpet ni
no the show.
The flag in the background no is also suspicious kaka.
Okay. I don't also when the who say AI.
Yeah, background na.
When the who say AI. Is it AI na dey udi agura. Obi be kwa fa asema be hye wo. But mama South Africa for am mobo. Em say o makọ World Cup na nu omo.
Oh yes.
Ombenya kran koma be fie.
Oh, omo nyaade. That's one.
Omo team no
they can be very good when it comes to Africa.
Omo ni coach.
But when it goes to the world, exposure now countries ni be enya no. Oh,
omo ni coach.
First no. Na countries no North Africa. No more players in per country. But now they've realized that to conquer the world and do well in the world, ukrom exposure and better down. And they are my day now for local based players now some common kakra. Apart from attack or share sixer. Me in a touch they say which me share 6 yeah. I see it me man could be. Oh, naturally the African game can deceive you. And then the South Africa form. On say omu players ne tram krumo South Africa there danger omu players in park went to sao omu gidi so they are okay omu krum and on say scaso omu league no pa $4,000 $5,000 nya then dollars no jibo ya na omu gene simple so their players don't love to travel it's so omu ba Africa level na Mamelodi Sundowns beat me ababa be ya there but so kono kusia Mexico a player be bo Spanish La Liga, player be bo English Premier League, player be bo the Eredivisie. The exposure na player nenyan e was so chen owo de no.
Yemrafie na Thomas Partey
ba we de AI
akofan sem bebre na e de aba. O we say de confirm say AI.
Even how it toy no.
So when him say England so omo car omo jerseys no mo nyoma hodo. A comfort boom any this
particular World Cup,
say England for national police say omo betimi hu nkofo omo di say adwuma no omo boot nyina omo asese ni nyina
this particular World Cup no akoye ade na nipa bebre dwen say besi wakata no eni na esi one people thought Qatar
they can race in who
no people thought Qatar were going to restrict the movement of people. Yeah, Maumba Ukru. But you see, yeah, Maumba. But nothing like that happened. Our Qatar. I'm not for finding so weather no. I know be but players now, because arrangement at Qatar for 1 year or various stadiums. Maybe I see that players no be in carry. I'm not for so pitch. Say 1 year baby a ball. So how are they going to give us the best of pitches? But they employed a more yard here. That was after Mumbai. I'm not for you Qatar or Kokra won't mean you any. You now, you better restrict to movement, over them. But that open pubs, no any open space, no me. And my mouth for many crowd Qatar. A chain, the ever cost oh, cost of living be costro. But mama call Qatar be their dance as a day. Ketua every kutawa, and Nija bit me the ageno, Nanya Nija. People raise issues about security. But that wasn't so. Everything at Qatar was close to perfect. And it was one of the best tournaments I organizing, especially for Momo Mutu from the players' point, from Momo TV so share everything about the tournament was smooth and it was rich and it was awesome. But the tournament we have now issues is countries are complaining about baby training. The movement of the fans is being restricted. She housing policy akata and the more jibo. No more fun is on member tournament in Bomuniska Bebre. Accommodation we created those people. They did not care about the fact that after the tournament, those places will be useless.
Okay.
But they created it because they wanted people to experience the World Cup in a grandstand, no matter the amount of money or the backroom.
Okay.
Obeka so se kata so nonka. Omo no commit me restricting ko for mu.
Obed, yemrafie yemrefi na America for any Canada ne Mexico de say MC so far de hu ye Iran national team no na omokwa echense aso bi airport maku omo na yes ye security nje security for do omachikwa na chen ni Perco stadium Mexico first game omo ene Sarafaka boy
da bena hu bizawo
anti di aba no ye mompaye
Russia crest so Russia
se yebewie World Cup no
ene so Russia crowd kwa obeyira
yenti asemboni bia
then yeti wo Russia
okay
Russia was
Dangerman yemre fie na yenhwe de wo ho ede maye enano pam nim se de edi mutintiman Thomas Tepate asisi Ghana yem first game aye ne Panama ebo ewo Canada no Canada aban ama pate clearance amena ntimi enra Canada ontimi enra Canada nkobo sa game no ebi nti danger yetiu
nti no yes starting the birthday boy on say ene Thomas Tepate birthday
oh sir
yeah
wow
ne bon we know me no why bibia da ntinka intentem na mama ya ne senia na nti ene Thomas Tepate ene birthday na enie or see FIFA is not involved in the immigration processes of host countries including adjudication of visas as with previous FIFA events. The host government ultimately determines who receives visa and is admitted into the country. The governing body FIFA has said, and Honorable Kofi Adam say he is very much disappointed in the Canadian authorities for denying party the visa.
Absolutely wrong. This is because Thomas, in the country, the zone within which he was even accused, is walking free, enjoying his rights as any other person, because he has only been charged. So I don't understand why today Canada is interpreting their rules to suggest that a charge means guilty. This is supposed to be a country that should hold high the ethos of democracy and rule of law, and are supposed to be championing rights of many persons, including rights that some of us don't want to even talk about here. And you think that the mere fact that somebody is being charged is enough to bar the person from partaking in an event you've accepted to host, an event that is supposed to unify us, an event that is supposed to promote peace, supposed to promote fellow feeling. US have accepted him, issued him with entry visa, which we applied to their embassy in UK, and he was issued. As you know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has promised, if you touch a Ghanaian anywhere, you've touched all of us. And it is this principle that his Minister for Foreign Affairs have carried and held high, and all of us are supporting in one way or the other. So we have not left this matter lying low. The Minister for Foreign Affairs have taken steps and communicated to his counterparts, and therefore by extension the government of Canada, about our displeasure about this behavior, and think that they must use legitimate authorities and diplomatic channels and all other routes to re-engage on this matter and give room, review and give room for appeal, so that Thomas could join his colleagues to partake in an international assignment that we have all agreed to be part of. It's been communicated to them. Just in the same manner, the immigration officials have communicated to Thomas Party, and through team officials, we have also become aware.
Enti, enu ye visa ne ho sensem ne de Honorable Kofi Adams.
Me wo problem bi. Ba for me wo problem bi. Na minim se mo betimi aboa me a. Ebre bay na the Canadian embassy. E deny Thomas Partey visa a wontimi famra Canada.
Se obekaya, I think 3 days ago, ena maybe sa sports department and say me tete say the ye deny party visa enti ubeka e ba show no so kra no e be ye discussion kakra ma head of production ka say information or pick it from the ministry and say the minister of sports say on TBB asa not on it make say every now and then. I think your bonny voice cry enti something that the FA themselves knew a day before it came out, but Oman communicate amfa minister no until the minister went public and said but as to why I don't know. because minister no be in some no kind no I'm say okay we e na okra can say and he doesn't seem like denying the story per se, just that he was not in the knowing. But I mean the na my sources no catch them say na say I think as for the FA, I don't know when they got to know, but maybe 4 days ago na yenya sa hint na and 3 days ago me buy am baby bisaye me the total media platform different ones. So I think I even posted on my Facebook wall na bisaye. We are trying to gather the information because now say you pulley ebama public na ehun because uti bibi na say ubisa mpani for no ye bia quiet about it. You find another means of bringing it but finally no he has been communicated. Okay. But as for between the FA and ministry no meaning the FA the ombehunu in term
because meaning say player okobo World Cup ye nemu ye team ne dabai ye nemu a squad no, and even before ye be nemu squad no players na no muka 26 no munim.
Oh, of course even
ye nemu 28 to the 29 no,
of course
so we are part of that team. Before cross squad never ba bonten no it was a visa process.
Some of the key ones in quite
ya be yin nyina de afi nti ene ya story never bonten me adwetwuma so kakra
say bia
say hen fa na ko deny party visa na
way ahead of the time say you deny
e ade omunim dada aha but they were trying to keep it say they be ya emma bonten nko problem.
I achieve what purpose?
Oh, say sometimes information boy you have to manage it, and they say ba ye I shifted from Blasters ne Panama game now party ya mana yi party
who person manage information more my communication no timing is also of an essence. Information management because information you cannot keep forever. I won't say we better manage ya na be a cut down in the quiet back party say anchor yeah bo Panama no nyina mu bia people will ask questions
and no they see a boy we
but people will ask questions
yabo
and eventually no the same thing will come out
they yabo by yabo
but unim and if that is the case and yeah time na ye tie no I start to see you bisa questions now then omunya omadwen say kombeka
yes
na a leaky
and okay said that na abo minister the voice no na me ka say minister na answer na wo dey my no
and
menti ase
yeah
because when timi anka ane ana da bi
yes
nti e chese bibi wo ho
and unim say na a day before and na me started say later na bisa nti na ba abonten and then the minister had to speak to it the next day and the next day no class so no I think I want to agree with you say probably minister can know him and na on try to manage it but and unim say me the about into the public space ni nyanya me concern say omo antimi manage especially in terms of psyching the players now. I want a psychological effect to Honomo. I want a psychological effect to Honomo. And a bit may anya a tool on the team and one way now it's idea. Or mom you're close to the team from the technical department, the FA people, the ministry people, and all other people we are around me now. As I said, working on the players to accept say we a issue I am fan to actually na yam focus and concentrate on the bigger assignment in the day anymore because say akoya ye di hu nkomo ya no na de no man ne sa na de na won say o buy into the social media space you know and the general populace you know even traditional media no nkofo start taking on the Canadian system no any in fact no akomo match and there were people who say Canada so be Ghana enemy number 2 apart from South Africa the next country will wake up no be Ghana enemy no Canada all those things you know it doesn't inure to the benefit of anybody yeah there you be kind in the social media space you be kind in the public spaces in there but close to the team as I said sad discussion you're shifting it quickly now the impending game also say the bear you bet me a danger result because if it goes into the players it's no good.
My lawyer Moses for money any enkomo anopai ewo eye dwumadi ni so lawyer anopai ye mo akwa ba o se bibia bokode
so me joso na speech ya woni tifo nyina striker ni ana
lawyer mba chwa striker ni
striker point saying
lawyer nyame adama bibi aboko na so
sure na talk the one cry anya shankoto
ha so em say egugun kakrakra
yɛmmɔ mpaeɛ na aduane mmra na sisi ade ahohyere yɛ aba
nyame bɛyɛ
na wetumi so
okay lawyer anopa yɛfrɛ wɔ ɛnyɛ bɔne world cup ho nkɔmmɔ ɛna yɛdi ɛni sɛ nka yɛfrɛ wɔ anopa sɛ yɛnanka yɛhwɛ tournament no in general but ɛnura ɛna ɛyɛ Thomas Tepate a ɔyɛ key player instrumental de ma the Black Stars of Ghana ababontin say Ghana yem first game ayene Panama ebebo Thomas Partey the Canadian government and as a Canadian embassy man visa Thomas Partey beti akopim e Canada akobo sa game we ama nipa bebre na church omadwene bi kasa editie FIFA se kwan a World Cup na fa so koso eni FIFA yi nani no enwoma ekoso na se egu World Cup na nimu asese player okosi akan ede amane man na wo se yabɔ ne charge ewo baabi a yenka se asem no kra de yabɔ ne charge no odifo anase odi bem ewo ho na wo se ugina no so enu nti o man visa e man mesi akan ewo mem no nipa bebre Jimmy Carragher mo nyina do ma no atum tie Henry o mo nyina do ma no atum yes sports minister Owura Kofi Idi Adams ono so dina no atum a chese obi e kaseti anyoma hodo a ekoso ewo World Cup yes ye dia yenya eye Thomas Partey lawyer asemi dia na beka e dia fa Thomas Partey wanya visa enkobo ye first game ene Panama ebebo
well striker meka say Partey no wasem but any say more journalists penifo no kwa money apa bibi on me say o last omo ko campaign say yes national team bi ana team bi a preparation towards tournament me say dia na team eye
dia na team ni ye
ni komo kaka me say team bi to say black
ye name players ye name players ye name players na afọ mo kọ camp mbebo friendly games abo mo ho akopem se tournament no ebe sha ase mbebo mo first game second game third game utimi qualify from the group stage and esa wo kọ knockout stage no ana bibi fufuro bi wo ho ayese ye
we dey watch as all your journalists can mo pa na where do you use your mobile friendlies Mr. Ghana Black Star team friendlies are him pa na abo wa ka tell
World Cup friendlies ankasa de enye FIFA international friendly game World Cup friendlies there yabo ba akopɛ any rules
good na no kra no senior players Saturday no mu do camp Tuesday no mu ball match some of them amobi all the make no na the catch striker wow says journalists jumai said we attack akra who you pass the preparation we papa wa ka tell
me dem husuye
no way and less scandalous all the make no I mean me dey have one was a Ghana for seven for mu sa because I say team we no we players we team no a enko ye goalkeeper players ba goalkeeper ba for the players required to no mama nickname say Sisan from nickname all players are the amaro Sisan from
I know you keeper be no
top goalkeeper although no crown who hear the match against Austria and Germany any way here boy who say attack all the mission the defenders ajiku any salisu omapra experience one woman mumin defender a midfielder see na wo kapate one asemi striker kudus no eti team one kasa no enya ho etosu mienu coach ye kai last minute ada me ami ni aketu akeso koko tie ma ye pam scout coach ko to baby 5th April ya na ya appoint new coach it will not buy no team no ko nim team no na o tournament of this nature what's about one friendly but Ghana is the only team you have one friendly match how do you expect to go and do well with these factors here Mediamawi striker now the army yana say we have budget about really 76.4 million Ghana cedis FIFA so the $2.5 million aba appeal for funds and yes okay line items are expenditure no friendly matches striker enka ho hello striker
Mbacho meet you.
hello sir
Lawyer meet you pa.
Friendly matches, you know, and line items of expenditure, no, and go.
I say, come home.
We cannot organize friendlies. And Magana, first, we see Jamaica, after you see Honduras. Just oh, who dear air coso. Striker, to be honest with you, I am so disappointed with the way the FA has managed this preparation of the Black Stars towards this World Cup. Oh, because I'm a boxing person, let me use a boxing example. As a boxer, all Poku world title fight. No, so may shadow boxing. So the shadow boxing, I say.
Yeah.
I don't want to the point or to 2 punches. As a player, they are two you know more. Now, when you shadow boxing, also uncle sparring partner. Not on in spar. I said, well, TV, how are you going to win that world title fight? The person make sure and say the way the Football Association with its Black Star Management Committee team, any ministry up prepare Black Star with Nkoye, and it borders on negligence. I'm repeating myself, it borders on negligence because we know that without good preparation, there is no way we are going to be successful. Especially when the country has made provision for money to cater for these things. What do you mean, can't let me say we cannot get a friendly match? And the Obiana Navuni every president, can you say? Lord Musifom, we need to say, 1 year power. It's not say, only the minister, I know Ghana for maybe some questions. When the answer to a commission of inquiry, we'll ask them questions because I am convinced to say, a normal man say, I'm a one, you coach you or buy and say, 2 year team with this bad preparation, no, striker, and cause you, no, make a show. What can I make a show? There's no way we're going to be successful.
Yeah, what happening to you? What's your World Cup in Nkoye?
Nkoye, because the preparation is poor. We don't have a strong team. The coach just came on chair. So we are not ready for the tournament. I am telling you. And I maybe saw a question say, so boxer world title fight. What the young boxing no grand king and football. What did you say? Your friend say Randy Abia or that management committee chairman. What did you say the team confederation? I saw not play team. What I said, is that how you prepare the team?
Yeah. It's true.
So the James FC, no, is that how you prepare the team? Many papa. But I am very angry with him and the whole of the FA and the management team and the ministry itself. It's as if we are joking. I don't fear who. I don't fear who. If the minister doesn't know, one of these, in fact, I'm going to press upon some of the parliamentarians to ask questions in parliament. Some said, we are cut that car. Young man said, driver, you are car, we're capturing the good and so. We are going to crash. Young Jenny and crash it. Me, Lord Moses Family, I will not sit down and wait for us to crash. Until I hear expose facto rationalization. Oh, you're quite who the other American. May come here in year because it is not too late. We can at least get a practice game. So let me give you an example. 2010 World Cup near Korea. Let me give you how Olaf and Poku, who were then in charge of the Black Stars management team, listen to me and it tells him. Yeah, you can say Holland, Netherlands, and a ball 1 match, you do so for 1. As I want to say, go be at the team. And you call away here, any South Korea football match, so back yes, and say 4-0 or so. Are you here? 3 goal hat trick, so back you really am a fair. Team will meet them a shot, you say, and what about 2 friendly matches? But you're positioning it, and I can say, a boy here of Germany, but joining team, Kevin Prince watching. He has not been immersed properly in the squad. So can you play one more practice game in South Africa when you go? Now I can't say no one. We have a couple because I think we channel or the penny. Now more money now for South Africa. Did you go for the tournament in 2010? Striker?
Yeah.
Good. Then you will remember they played a practice game in South Africa against Division 1 team. Oh, they mentioned, I think they won 5-0 or 6-0. That improved the cohesion and the teamwork, and that is what resulted in the performance he put up in 2010. Oh, they mentioned, we have never prepared like this for a World Cup, and I find it very scandalous. And Ghana for journalists, enemy position monka me dey make up because their question on it is a disgrace, and we have to tell the Football Association and the Blackstone management team together with the ministry that they better set up, because their economy at the end of the day it borders on negligence, because on man the sika put up to us young fan prepare team no FIFA so the sika back. So if we are not preparing, then what are we? We are preparing to. If you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Is that not the case?
Yes.
And a party as someone be. Sanka unya practice game all the mission. But you ain't see what 100 blast and miss for the alone. What body? Are you done? What body that?
Obemo second half against Wolves.
Well, until you practice game that and cannot weigh up, at least you have a plan B and can what practice in the bada. All the mission. So I don't like what is going on. It's as if your pocket, no. Ghanaians and Ghana deserves better, and the FA better set up. As I said, it's not too late. They can have a practice game. There are several clubs in Rhode Island, practice game behind closed doors. So the team will build better cohesion. Now, coach, who coach you, who buy him say, who need players this year. So to tell me, say, what the worst match he played, and I would they call us, I don't know. Did you watch England against Costa Rica? What's your match, you know?
Yeah, me England and Costa Rica.
Good. Second half, we put you up. Rodgers, Ozzy Watkins, Eze, Saka. What is the other team way? Do you think we can match them? Oh, it is easy to paper up all these things and then think that we're going to do well. Mid-year, I can see disaster coming. If we don't correct it, we are not going to do well.
Time no so ye short. O hebra kai de bebo your first game against Panama. Yen shedani enabebri ewo ye nimti. Getting a friendly game before your ne Panama game no ebe very difficult. Nya, are you saying say looking at group na yakotomu no England, Croatia, Panama, Ghana ye ka ho no. Said the okay, the numbers what you see a bury you.
Oh, yeah, very because you're preparation in it. Never make a show. But well, also, I am too late to have a full-fledged international player. I'm not talking about full-fledged international. You can have a practice match. I don't know, you don't need permission. I remember example say 2010 they did it. Maybe you didn't follow. Who they were for reps a pop on Nebisano. Yeah. And I told him to do so. In fact, maybe you Mugana from here 2013. South 6-1 now you share Egypt to hand and your oh, because already the question was very listening. Because the question boy see but maybe 10 days. Why don't you get a good trial friendly match? Only Asukwa a boy. So
Asukwa Deportivo. Yeah. Asukwa
Deportivo. Thank you. That was the match. I could see appear. I try. You can say appear. Michael Essien and Sulemunta in the midfield. And look at some of the passes that he and then you do against the chess one no. All the mission. So that is what a practice game does. I've given you examples, but you know countless examples of behind the scenes. Team, no. But when I say okay, well, I'm not even getting through to them. That's why I'm saying it openly. Because I can see disaster happening, and you don't need a full-fledged international practice game. Well, now, as I said, your first and second division clubs around the place. You can arrange it so the team will get some cohesion. Because they said they make shadow boxing, or now I say team now more and only a shadow boxing. All the mission as a boxer or your friend is shadow boxing. Who per real rehearsal and their friend who sparring partner. I don't know the spa. And then they were so that you can feel it. That is how you prepare for a tournament. It is the Americans say, you think you know about England, Croatia, and Panama. The weakest in the team of Panama. The home preparation, they are in a far better position than Ghana. So even England, not Croatia. You see, journalism, no. Your constitution, Article 164, we are supposed to hold the people who are not authority to hold their feet to the fire. And to make like that for journalists begin to speak out. Now, we are not happy with what they are doing, and when they come back, we question them together with the minister. Yeah, question after the match. Yeah, question says here so that a banner say and go here will tell us that we told you so. And we must go to say so because on my Ghana, your mind can see you. And if this is how we are going to prepare our team for the World Cup, it doesn't meet the standards. So GFNA management committee, they are all my friends. But we're no friendship aside. We are talking about the country called Ghana. Now preparation and yet I have administered a sporting federation in my time. Most of you know about it. So I know what good preparation means.
Okay.
This preparation is very poor and it is scandalous and it is even negligent. I am saying so.
Lawyer Moses Fuamoni any din komono preparation nye ena Thomas Partey de so abeka ho. Lawyer de na abeka afa decision we ho. Thomas Partey out of our first game against Canada.
Thomas Partey issue ne die. Let me start this way. I will say, yeah, commissioner of inquiry. I can't say FIFA no need to me. In fact, they are registered legal entity in Switzerland. And I'm for they are so powerful. I used to tell you this. They are registered organization in Switzerland, so they are subject to Swiss law. How many soldiers? How many police for? They are association, the other association managing a certain sport. In fact, you can even form another football organization to run football, maybe with slightly different rules. And the other one is when they give the hosting rights to a country, in this case 3 countries, they normally reach an agreement. That's on Metro on Kataso. Say we now be. Now when it comes to immigration and entry into the country, the hosting country, all those rights are part of the sovereign rights of the country. On mine on the body term and say, fine, country are qualified by your rules. But so when it comes to immigration, security, and you can say entry requirements, visa, you are a country, so you cannot control it. FIFA does not control these things, except say in the agreement which is reached for hosting the tournament. Hosting countries will be guaranteed say, criteria, in this case, Thomas Partey, fine. He has been charged on, I think, 7 counts of rape and sexual assault in UK. They are charging him. They've taken his plea. They haven't started the trial until in 1 of 4. And worldwide, the standard legal principle is that you are innocent until you are proven guilty in a criminal trial. It's here to be in Kase, you 1 of 4. And Bonina, they are to know so why. It's a guy, a minimum besides identity. And a Canadian immigration for the same woman. Well, they are not telling the truth. The truth of the matter is that by Canadian immigration rules, even if you have not been convicted, but they see you as a risk. It's our background minty. Some say we party and now I'm accusing more than 7. And also, for us as lawyers, it seems as if any prosecutor will look at you and say that it's as if it is a pattern of behavior. You have not been convicted yet, but it's as if it's a pattern of behavior. So by Canadian law, although you are innocent until proven guilty, by their immigration standards, if they think that you will be a risk to their society, they can refuse to give you the visa. The leaders, so let us not begin to blame the Canadian, immigration authorities for having committed any international. No, by the agreement which they reached with FIFA, they are supposed to guarantee the entry depending on whether the person the person who is entering fulfills the legal standards. And I make us say in particular case, the risk factor is very high. So I can understand why they have refused to give it. In fact, there is a gentleman called, Hakimi, Ashraf Hakimi. He has a similar problem. Are you aware of it?
Yeah.
Good. But Morocco, for luckily, more matches in the US. So, also for Canada, you would have faced the same problem. In fact, if Morocco, go through second and Toronto and any other country, you have the same problem. I'm telling you. Now, what is the solution? I am suggesting the way America say, just like the preparation, the ministry should have thought ahead. I remember talking to the FA president a year ago and telling him, say, Pateno, me and feeling into no so because he are born to square to start and not how much charges no can make out. And I make a chance say, me and feeling into and say, Ubi I born to queer dua, ye better in November. since Yamate say shift to China for 2027. Or the tournament June. Psychologically, he will not be there. I remember prompting him. So I'm asking myself, what sort of forward look thinking was done about this gentleman in terms of the application for visas? Because somebody who is in the let's say Ghana High Commission or Canadian Canada should have known the standards for application for visas. And should have realized it's a problem. So what are we doing about it? Now, I'm suggesting that first of all, let's use the diplomatic channels. Because immigration officers, they are normally under authority. Minister of Interior, Canada, and they in charge. Our president can pick up a phone and call the Canadian Prime Minister. I can't say, oh, say yes, so even if he doesn't meet your standard, because high risk. And there protocols, security protocol, so that the risk will be managed. It's okay, the NIB, former BNI, security for the call. Now, I'm going to come home, Orlando, or Theatre Orlando, security for together with Canada for security service, or Mutia, as Chaperon, Wakon Hotel, the hotel, or mobile, or Susa, or Kobon Matria, or Bessin Hotel, Nagala for Nieko. So we can assure the Canadian authorities, political authorities, say, some risk factor say we can resolve it through enhanced security protocols. That's one thing we can do, so that the Minister of Interior, the Prime Minister can instruct the Minister of Interior, say, decision you are taking, but we can reverse it. Because all immigration decisions are subject to appeal. So we can go through that route. The other route is to use, as I said, the diplomatic channels. Now, any Minister of Interior, you can say, Prime Minister Edin Komo. So we can use the diplomatic channels, we can use the legal channels of appeal through the Canadian immigration system. Because immigration decision you taken, you can appeal against it. Now we're in an emergency. So if we get some lawyers in Canada, they can help us. Now I can say we will enhance security protocols that are made. The other third one everyone wants to Infantino, Bibia, so people have always into me away. Somali near born tree. Well, fine. And so FIFA, she can't bring in a movie. So I only say, for example, cooling break now, Omodiabano. I'm advertisers, are you aware?
Yeah, say your book game Nani drew, I won't say you're changing the advertising.
Yes, it is your tournament. Move FIFA for one and say the fair play is the name of the game. FIFA can make an appeal to the Canadian Football Association and to the Canadian because they awarded the hosting rights to the government. Say, yeah, the match. Team Bakuna Airbano, almost a symbol for Pakupani Pati. Obiani Moriazi, Pate is one of the best midfielders in the whole world. It is a moving film because of this decision. You are weakening the competition. Oh, you are going to weaken the Ghanaian team, and eventually you are fixing the match in favor of Panama. It is a if we go and make these arguments, I think it will resonate with everybody. And they will be able to rescind the decision. Then we provide enhanced protocols, not abua, so that the boy can go and play.
Lawyer Moses Fuamoni, Anopay Yadase, Eninchi Chimu Ahodo, Free Blasters team, ABC Thomas Patedia de Amaye. Mija Kwamwa still, Uda Sujina Baby Aljina say Black Stars team we. World Cup Ayako 2006, 2010, 2014, 2022 no. Blasters team we and a be perform worse when it comes to your World Cup Ayako nyina.
Striker, the American can say it is the weakest, it is the worst prepared. Oh, the American. Now I'm looking at it on the physical level, but so I don't know what God will do, but I know God close enough to know say. Onyankopon so obey bibia wuchimi 2010 we knew says that team na most people have forgotten. It was made up of players and no winning under 20 at the world level. Two, they also went to the Cup of Nations in Angola and were the second. As well make
yeah.
So the quality was there and the preparation was good. 2006, 2014, the preparation here. The only problem is that and the high. All the mission. So we know, you know, and I think analysis am I will be now one of the reasons why they are saying we took Ghana say me mpese Ghana for do makuma e be kwa match we mu because football na yakuma say you wo do akuma ko so obi betumi awu obi betumi apra on ti me mpese e be wie so obi Ghana ya say nti obi we free mu no it means Ghana for nyina we should lower our expectations in respect of this tournament. The corner ya then Yakupon hiding aboy na be a players na no ma yire omo ene but the only this is the weakest. It is the less prepared team for a World Cup that we've ever had. And our coach too, he doesn't really know these players. So I don't know. I don't have as much confidence as I had in all the teams previously. But me cannot Ghana for one. I'm as I said, they can get some practice, but it's not too late. At least one practice game might help to build some confidence and cohesion going into the game against Panama. Maybe if they do that, it might help. But from what I can see, media striker,
Lawyer Moses Fuamoni, lawyer, I better was no pay for your time. May I sure say walk up you cause one young common NC you better didn't come at the afa a walk up the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. And I pay lawyer, Yadasipa, Yamin Shao.
Miss Vidas, for mommy. If there are any questions later on, but you have friend
okay, lawyer, yedasi pa. Lawyer Moses Fuamoni, ena yeneno edin komo anopei. Wakasa edi afa Black Stars team no ho. Said you see ehu team no ene ye preparation a ye de tournament na afi Thomas Partey no wakasa edi afa ho. Danger ene se ube danger maminti way
boss interesting and one be old man before and you say bia nada genti on following papa bati with regards to particularly friendly matches there can be fine say the number of friendly matches are if you no pedima the coach no team no na iswa we the koto aban so ministry ni so enye purely the responsibility of the Ghana Football Association, particularly omo management committee no say as I say omo boa technical team no na omo timi enya a good preparation.
Baba ni betimi no ho agim because at the end of the day wona wo disika ma team no nti se sika na wo de ma na ho boabo e de kwakobo tournament ni nkoya aban na ese obusa ese wo ne afefo no ubuso mo questions ese odu ho kura agim
meji tumu sa but isi me can say wo ye the actuals no say bia for instance wo fair country be say me person me no bo friendly match wo fair team be say ye ba be busy wo bia US we na bia sa MLS clubs ni bia person ye no bodies behind closed doors matches no be no ni sa no and no more of the work of the FA. Of course, say FA no name aban tenase. Here we are talking about aban as in the ministry. Tenase. Now more planning, preparation ni nyina. Sa no mo nyina you don't tell them into it. Enti obia ya aware say ye be we. Ebi na ye kan earlier on with regards to Thomas Partey adie. So we tenase na we na abotre na wa analyze situation now. Clearly enye na anu ya story ne aba abonten no ena na omunim se Thomas Partey entimi enko because menya sure say na anu ya no mo call for the visa for Partey for Canada no net na no and then 3 days and then 4 days yeah and na mo call so mo kwa visa na deny no but for sure they knew about it but senior work and probably they wanted to manage the information enti say now minister no yawa the minister should also know preparation this animal nyina but here the etna ha kan ye obi amuaye on say we have been tagged and yes and be ka bia no people see it from the negative perspective and to say been previous say aba wo mu se nyansa wo mu kura no a obi ntna se emfa and before campaign ya was starting one belated because and no be a wakase yen na she say ni yen be yedin and na waka yen for instance your next match Panama after you fly from America go do Canada now say you compare friendly match won't be more high profile friendly match bia the obey no ebi a team bia or home
was no cry PBA
but this year most of the teams no so are on break and most of the clubs no are on break in fact virtually every club is on break because of the World Cup. Virtually every club is on break
now. Oh, arrange ahead and Cabenya B, second division B, third division B.
The campaign in as much as it's good, belated. She said there's no money in the winter. She said, yeah, school be a team be maybe a couple from say, if you are more camp, there's a more school team, mommy and more BBDR, then that is fine. Maybe they are saying they are shopping a team like a car, say, of course, when I raise the concern, say one match with Wales no, it was not going to be enough, particularly for the new coach. Because coach he has not been with the team for that long. Him said he's an experienced coach. There be top coaches say wake up anymore or can be. But that is not enough. Material is not required money here, and you must know your tools. Every leader, every coach, every workman, you must be very conversant with your tools now. It is equal, in fact, very important in achieving success. Now, me who said only a solo at the Ashimo office, and our catcher say you know the strength of everybody in the department. That is leadership. So that Sebanis say who allocate a beer, a bibibo beer, winning the old beer, when we Haruno so bad and Namona Munque way, where to soon we a bit over balance at the end, and then a bit deliver resource. Because in the end, how you get results, the processes you go through to get results, conform you. Or the end product, but say, unya, we say, Nina, people set all these lines, Yakatosa, and they can say, they can say, Ebina, she said before, Fadiabana say, well, easy. Something we have discussed here variously. Yaka, say, Obi, because a papa neck.
I take Kucheska, their mamma for. Or
your papa was so much, we say, almost your auntie Effie.
Oh yeah, you mama Ghana.
No, but that's the gospel truth. Maybe I won't carry this is open secret. I ask them that no more. Open secret because your trans here say and no be say no. Yet the Becca wants them. Whilst at a bit of good reaguso, yet the Becca wants them. But for the good of the country, ye can't obey not the year Juma, near the resource bar. Say one more quality of bomb basso. Yeah. What never must ya can I can hear more say and so bad I can't think if your witness say ya molding can be ya molding casa kaintinam ya quain I could be ya molding ka yet the abbas body in our command penifona umudi and nimu no ye. But the sad aspect of it is that yeah CCA boss a football and football by its nature and what will be a lead to resource say oh share na uyi bi fi mu a etimi ha adwen but ya wade ba ko bi so football mu a da bi a wo ka football no e wo ono ani unwritten law we say out of nothing team B can be motivated, they get motivated by themselves no more so achieve me eno na me hope me count it on me tell here it is not that the coach know his team so much that when him players no betima use omo edomanya de ehama yen. It is not that your superstars here to say quality materials from 2006, 2010, no more, even 2014 squad na no me na but that intrinsic motivation now players nankasa will want to do something for themselves and for their country. I think no penny they are make count on say no do ye beko sir because we are losing child there. So we say be a players no be decide say yenso so obra yenya say yenso so ye da ye bibia didi maya aye ho ene o man no yenku ye ho fanya adwuma no so ye no so nche dia boss ene say wo hwe Korea match ni bia something should tell you say some countries are playing football
bafo mami ko obed so nti Ghana de e football no as ye ni afri so
oh ye didi agro
obed
yeah
Blasters and Thomas Partey.
Emra. And the first point, yeah, establishes that Canadian rules, no, immigration rules, no. She must say, what even a pendant. What the normal near fun is a human right.
Yeah.
obetumi atabiri obi de na court na no kure bi anim nti yɛntwɛn mo temu afɔ ne mfa na ba mbɔ hɔ sɛ pan sɛ adeɛ no di bema na di fo ansana ɛho nsunsuanso bi a wɔ hɔ a watumi afam. That's what we all think say is the right way. But so tie nkɔmɔ no mu a Canada for no sɛ wo bi mpo saa a yɛnya di asɛm ne wie yɛ na so yɛ wa nso ba yɛkurum ha yɛ ma kwan. The spirit of the law ne yɛ sɛ they feel that ebi betumi ayusu no aba abɛhyɛ kurum while the case ne kɔs no adwane nti yɛ deɛ yɛ mpɛ sɛ yɛ ho bɛfɔre mu kura na abɛyɛ te sɛ wo bɛfa ha na wo fa baabi yɛ deɛ ma wo nwura mu nti mmara ɛda hɔ dadaada ɛnyɛ sɛ paati bɛyi nti na ɔmakɔ akɔfa saa mmara n'aba metie brafo a deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔka ne yɛ sɛ ɛwɔ mu saa deɛ but mmara no eduru baabi a yɛhwɛ asɛm na ɛda hɔ paa no ne apɛ ho pomasi brɛ ne yɛde ato yie aberanteɛ nyɛ wo kurom na ɔbaa bɛtena kyɛ ebi amoma adwiri mu ne yɛ sɛ moma nkɔɔfoɔ a ɔma asɛm ɛda so wɔ asɛm dibia ɛbɛba mu nkurom ɔbɛtumi afa ɔba abɛdwane yɛ pɛ ɔmo kura yɛ hu ɔmo aba abɛhyɛ so ɔba abɛhyɛ ɔno abɔ ne ho adwa wontumi bɛtam ne mfiri hɔ ba aberanteɛ yi die ɛnyɛ saa ne teɛ
bɔɔ no bɛbɔ
wɔ ɔbaa saa akɔ because adeɛ na ɛde ne ba no ɛma ne ndi bi a da bɛɛ mmiɛnsa number 2 ɔnsan nyɛ obi a wɔpɛ baabi de ne ho asi a ana yɛpɛ na hwehwɛ na ne hyehyɛ yɛ den ɛyɛ kuo na ɛba ɛna kuo no ɛnyɛ agudie ketewa bi ate sɛ world cup nti ne hyehyɛ nyɛ den na kyiri kwan pɛ nyɛ den so mu kuro mo na mo mpɛ sɛ ɔbɛtena wɔ akyɛ a ɛno so nyɛ den firi sɛ match ne kora no ɔbɔ wɔ wi ɔsan ɔfoforɔ ɔsan akɔbɔ a ɛnyɛ sɛ ɔbɔ ne matches nyinaa wɔ kuro mo mpo and he is nobody abɛka so wɔyɛ nipa bia ebi ɔne na nam akyirikyiri baabi a nti that one or the other ɛhɔ na amanfoɔ di a ɔkakra but mmara no na aka nipa no wɔn sɛ ne nyinaa yɛ pɛ so de edu baabi yɛ nyinaa nyɛ pɛ nti menim how long this decision na hyɛ efifoɔ no ho akyɛ but I think sɛ nka captain ɛne danger nka kɛtumi ehu biribi ma ɛyɛ yie there can be other factors and kebetumi apuli ama paata etumi anya kurom akɔ.
Canada position on this matter. I think nobody has addressed it better than he has. Simple. Only say there's a chances that I have to bobo back up or Kobia. If you are with just one match in Canada and then that may be all. In Ghana themselves may not even stay in Canada more than for a week or two. And so we am trying to say I loss no SSA or the risk element of whatever that could be
1 week visit.
With 1 week PDA. Mon can say FIFA for say okay this person anka yemra no e money saa we no but mon can say Ghana no mo de neighbor say for 1 week the movement will be restricted a better about maybe the hotel and then to wherever abokakobo you be training and then bobo we are there are some certain areas on TV and even with the hotel no crown no our lenses are on him enti concentration in anya kobo no money na on sign ko. These things should be something that, as I said, arrange. I think the FA probably and the ministry by and large, underestimate such things. Yet enough work to know say party situation now.
That
was going to be my next conversation. Sir. Currently, she need probably be a Braboni Pija party could do it. And Padam could do baby get 12. Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, his salary are not. I mean, a global iconic superstar. A fair BBD dances and a career neighbor because party injuries are affecting a power.
Yeah.
The fear ever for man Casabri no baby didn't be home. Nanka de wa bre na when yano, or baby relax it. Now so investment be our monitor, the coaching be our cum, the football business be our cum no I be enjoying. And as I did we in a barber swap. That is soon could be our pension. Police near our pension now. Yeah, the case be told so. Why had Jane no crab it with us? And that is the story of Thomas Tepat. It is for you to actively perform your duty and execute it well. You will and ya the Ketuama party psychologically. Obet me a for no so. But any movement we make it to Nizadie we etatu nkofo pa. Da wakwa sori dem a wo sere bɔ no fa che no. Na bɔne na wa ye na start ba utiri mo ze odi agura na a disturb mpai bɔ no. Bo se adie bi a mrebu ye bo se na mo nsama to atu utiri mo ze ho na sa fe mpai bɔ no e sheki. Ebu a wo try exams. Wo pɛ so ka question bi wo ha bo se idea bi na be wura utiri udi agura no wanye wa keep focus pe wa adwe betimi akosa daydreaming no was at the end out on our AF. And in Parte's case, you sure said debut or that sorry a countdown, there's a possibility of countdown to his freedom. That debut that possibility said debut or tenebia to case in the Basono. A bit my countdown to his freedom.
That one is a wabu pitu yama show
into the right frame of mind. This idea we banner. You
Yaka kwediam senka yija no kra wo fi anka yewu
ensempi no be ka say even uja no one hour that also becomes another issue nti obi betimi aka so ebia a half mentally fit party can offer a lot than most of the fully fit players but people dem come on here dem say
half mentally fit dey wouldn't tanya bi especially in football
for some minutes obetimi manage bia 30 minutes bi ni ade but people they should be party dey nyam fa so bo no mbo no. But I think that as a country, we must have an orientation for a year, most of our footballers, especially Omu Free Krumaha. The emphasis are the count. Embra. Embeka Ejuma coaches in the from the grassroots. The issue is there's a cultural differences. Yeah, Krumano. Send your settings net no. Sexual harassment, Kraminya sure say your sexual harassment cases be broke Krumaha. But the number of sexual harassment cases and who crewman say will be background to me comment on a tad here. With me comment on the curves of her body, shapes of her body no. Obi crewman have been answered. So what you say? So a bit me who will be now
how bit my country or say we me feel. Oba wunim ni baby that wunim no that you just meet her on the street and baby you're looking beautiful. And she will smile at you. A
bit would describe a body.
She will smile at you and even say thank you. You can't say that outside our borders. And as I said, Mintimis or better, I said, I don't know. Yes, I said, she plays the team.
Also, more you not done down or many the hokakra. But more Sikabo moon seminal. The power different the Udria and Choa transfer how I be. Who's our colleague na mokre bisani age because we bro mo kese ojin say ka ukruma
we 14 ba on number 21
omo mo kodi papa no eya no mo nyoma fo mo twe mo tenase e kire chom ne ma jibo ukoduru ani a kire ebi create guys ukruma fo kra no mo ani o free kroma ba ko kra na o ma ba no omo krom so ba ni tite ntupa ebi tuntu fo ile ko Kenya fo ne Uganda ni Jamaica ubi say UK fo de bi ro meka ade e ho but footballers can be di omo nsemu a eya no mo atwa mo ahia no afutuo no ntimi mu nya du sa afri se ukotu ne fun ono ode ne se hye ne botuma mo aha no afa ma wo
ochina kwa wunya
nti yemfa ma ye nkwala no from ase ho no say the sexual orientation here is different from that orientation in other places. You bi wo ha and in most of the countries jibo emaba na nkraman ne petaba ansa na wo be ma waba wo enti sika no nya ya o man ni bi wo adwenbo no wo se ne ekuroma ya o ma amefo bi wo ha ometo mo asi wo se wo ye boy na betena neighborhood a ombema mo mana tata wa uti bi fire no mo ba be yire wa diska no ma me fo ni bi wo sa
we ma me announce line mfam
ye wo ma ni bi o mo yesa o mo target mema na e bia mo mfiri krom wa mra no e betimi akwa na free krom kra be ma afia na wo free ho
0322494401 0322494771 obetimi afre na oso abadwumadi nzu koma ye di ne no na also ede wo de aba
enti dibo yam fa sa futuo ni my player ko na say boys e be 17 years 16 years no ma tukwan ho o ti krom ha no obobo e wo area mu nti area no obobo no dibo baby girls ne jeje ne so anto nyin se sa na o abruchiri e mani bo mu djuma no no o metete wo
o mpele kwa ma
o bebe wo no o se o dwen se krom ha no o bo ba ho ka o beti ase amane o ma akoyie no e ho no duru a o bo no ho ka o be sa ka tro se wa ma go ahead a unya asem and yibo we no cry in the process and only most of them no yibo they engage these players at a certain age no I try my life na pick him out not the about time and most of these cases you know expiring date in said anyone say after 10 years go to cheba because they want to do that to encourage the women to come out say money baby the suru Jomash says and found him fear do nya kukuduro na fa asem ni pie enti most of our young talents should add that to it omo ko di pa ne de ya na nyehu so omo ko masika kese bom le sika ba onsem a you attract all sorts of people so
na me se nya afrefo ni bia udin ni ba bia kase free na do asemato aso
me pa to ma church ko ko na me kase free aso dai po le come di water
yanko yeto nka che
pe kase ene kra na me se brother kan di fan che na kala why
okay
mama cha no be put na tan ke do mo bona no dem pa ke ti church o kuma je san bona politics ne ti wa ti na ntia na para menya ya ke nya ze embra US wono o mu ti fom papa ya no ma so na anu dem papa ntene wa se mu ti mi share 4 go to 1 ti e bo ma ba ze o mu ho ti di e o mo wa da je ti ma ko ba ni ama no ni na be akon kan e bi ama wo mo uni ya me bua anaji so ente can you no and I get 10 p.m. no is 10 p.m. yeah Brazil for Morocco my dama in the head yeah Morocco be Brazil Morocco be Brazil
yeah say I saw that boni emfa do udin baby akase finado wasemato aso hello yes udin baby akase finado wasemato aso
good morning pacho me prefer Accra Chimota.
Okay, but Udin de say.
Papa, Nina say, in your party, any come on the Yako. So the canon, Penfona, my name may be a worker. Near society, Omushi, Omudika, Edu Margin Coso answer.
Hello?
And the American could say, I say, Party, dear, no, Yamemo, Nana Genimus, psychology, one, and Nana, and yet. Because they are through the earth in the end nominal Yamemo Nabiana Ghana blasters so said ye bra poor money kata Yamisenka what church and Nemupa Yanko Moana to the country of the Martin American more.
Okay, yes, yeah, that's it. Yamfa di udi ho. Udin baby akase finado wasemato aso.
Oh, good morning. Ajagwaja ni nikase flow boss.
Ajagwaja yanko.
Mamo near my palm with the Magana Banyasa. I'm saying, Jebo, any abby, I football now, wake up now, my question. Now I'm saying, Ghana and a party should be M24 every phone day away before and sign a tournament in the back. Will be person in community seeking no man find information. I'm about to come to my ida, Umber PC party, and I think you do your day. Yet before Nankasano, Umaya brother, send a more quack you, Madam Guasia, but I'm going I can. Yes, support idea yet. Nadia, I know quended the high beca.
Ajagwaja, yeah, that's it. Udin baby akase finado wasemato aso.
Hello.
Low TV no and now radio no mama why?
Between the because
Udin baby akase finado wasemato aso.
Yes sir. Ebojibo.
Yes sir. Boko.
We dey wa pass what dey nya Robert. Me ka se fi coaching class ayu buta se to gate na no pe.
Robi yanko.
Na ka se mi kenya ni se. Na Ebojibo ade tra match ni nya no. Nya ke anaju ne sa no. Dey tra mo ya ne sa no.
Sa na ke bon wa ha American ni su be ka sa time na mo bon matches na mo ame.
You na ka se mi kenya ni se. Blaster for ye je nyemeye. Nyemeye se. Yes,
that's Robbie. Udin baby akase finado wasemato aso.
Pacho mediani Simon. Rona so mijabe. Mase asa market. Ena midim juman.
Simon yeti.
Kaka mekani se epatie sensem. Boni de boni o. Em nada ho. Wani spia so mo kwotwa. Ye di wie ya, ye mu ya no fa. O ma no kwa mani makumu. Ye meda we nya ya we. Even Kaka say that's a team that one. And here, one match going to me. It's a place near Domokono. If you want, you need to go pay. That's it.
Okay, yes, yeah, that's it. Udin baby akase finado wasemato aso.
Maxwell ne yampa me.
Max, you.
Oh, me that it. But laya no kasa ya no. Me ne ya adwene baby, me ne ya adwene baby. It is there. Baby ye dru no. And just think what time it kura kofa Christian wasem edeba. Ade ne nya kwa wi. When man kata asem no ma, mpanyimfo adwon wasem man kai. Free am akodru awi mo na abeka preparation wasem. The nyeme bi ho no man just say ye come back. Talk that here. And a two. Central from Ghana han we say about football asem. We say aban sponsor. But the biba na aban ka kan wasem ayen so ntiro ya na mo kan wasem say. Omo nyi omo politics na football for zo nyi omo football ndi ayi mu say o ka say I was say Odru be the government law intervene then oda yanka enyema di be ko yi.
Menye sure say makasa asem ni bi da say aban try be nya the politics. Na football for so eba blasters eba national team dia aban na bo ho ka.
Me say in some club for that say can be the crown na I ade Ghana some club for oka me ne watakrade for na mribim ne be ko tournament say a omo call friendly match sika ba ya ba ni ko bi say me nyina ye nim some club for Ghana I want to see football people that time na football people for e ba e di ene me bu hor ma ya kata na isi da ba ne kete bi kan e be ka say or intervene football for them ndi me that say bi to
yes that say una di so din baby akasa final do asma to aso
yeah jibo
yes sir odene ho yankoi
eba ni ma mo no ajuma ya da mase but the me gina won na ka me kan say to say ya tra ma nyamya say ya say wi ani say ko to bible ya tra ma de say kan nyina mo de mi ti bu da gubo no mo tire nyoma mu ma ya ti ase but you think that say ya ko drive ye the ni person to abo ba park so but party o yampa ya because san nyoma na e ko so no ya we ya big players ni bi won mo de say adwuma we bi adi bo mo enti ya nkaya nyoma be ha de ba de ona replacement wenji wo beti ya adwuma no ya mompa ya ma no
okay ya da say yamfa de odi wo udin ba bi akasa final do asma to so
yebo
yes sir
of ya dem ni barakasi
of ayanko
yebo na ya kwasi ndi ya ma ho ni ya ma ni kan ni afi for esu trecha se na e be party to ma ya su tu awo to ma nku na man yebo ne se na kwa no Poku mu wa asema mo de bo mo Poku mu akoto manana wo do okwa camp ho ene ho no mu nyina ati o ti akọ hin o mu di big Nigeria player Ekuba the same thing Nigeria for us for me to one among and she can say Ghana and I perform o mu to one among and sana the business and ya kwa no kwa on there say ya trouble no ma say on there o ya criminal and o ba the to mana ayi kwa say
abi offer nyabote offer one offer for outwa to din ene ba bi akase free.
Hello, Shaka, Sister Kos.
Sister Kos, iti wa no pay.
Thomas Patterson na homosi. Sese me yo ba kan asema ya me ya ma me dro ho me ntiate. It be the first enti man charge the beba wo mo dia bra branche no. Eye no kura pa na. Ena se ball nya de so wo kwetena kuro mu ho. De akobona wa samba. Enti ya sra wo mo etete me de kwa na branch na dwene be ye no e se na dwene kwa na me dwene ho enti me sra ra de so hu ne mo bo wa se no fa branch ni maye na o ba ta me sru kwa ya me ya
Sister Cruz ye da se yenti me fa course ni biem aha na ye de afrefo bre ni AC yenye mo la se ye na afi yen sori so na dwumadi ye ho no emra meto aso kai se ene ye the live commentary ebeba Brazil and Morocco 10 p.m. na sa game no ebeko so adunondu
ya ba aduma ye bomu se akopi ma adunondu
wo na se and no some say we duty on
yes we duty na
we duty and as yes we
duty then na do 10 to 12 nyina mo say my busy me ye aduma akopi 12 o'clock
opon abeko fie
12 days of problem. Go back out. You can't mean you have and I'm most of my straw so come up. We are the what's old, Debbie? Me, you cross Miss Howard, do here. Then I know that's
what baby, you know. Yamia dum. See, wo dan kɛseɛ ɛwɔ adum wo baako so wɔ sɔkɔban nti anyɛ sɔkɔban a adum so deɛ baabi a wɔyɛ kyerɛ ha ya kɔda wo fie
wɔ 8 o'clock. And it's my point 10. And my was massa mammy 2 a.m. Monday and Monday and 2 a.m. The South program. And a Tuesday no sooner 1 a.m. The South show 1 a.m. Tuesday. And I got a match and also 11. And also and one must have been signing. But timetable the my pa
we nyina ho na wo ka kire no babo ye so
so obibi ni tachi birthday ne ma no almighty obibi ni tachi obibi kwesi tachi
okay
heavy papa
obibi ni kwesi tachi oh we heavy
obibi ni we ni pa heavy wo ni pa papa obibi ni birthday a very super iconic birthday.
Say over the sea nipa dia. Me hu nipa ye.
Yes. Obini uni ana no pa na make say say and obi ma me twa me DSTV. Me boss ka say won ti ase. Obini we dey kaku boko danger. Say boys me person mo che won kan heavy. My boys in Tonka.
We brother
bibi dey brother. Big time.
Okay, bafo yenyen sorry so.
Boss. We dey ye kona me nua ba ko. Ge friend no Foster Osei.
Foster
na e won say MPP 42 to abawo mantem.
Okay.
Na Agape down Pentecost en ka be dia metie no Agape patem ho no mo. Also organizer.
Okay. Montuma Foster.
Me mo patem ho nyina say o say Agape studio ye program o mo hwe pa o Montuma Foster e ma me. Na ono so o meye organizer no e ma bibia nya kama.
Okay, ya de dwumadie no esi ha ya da mu nyina